Hello, 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 everyone's welcome in. It's all good news here in this camp today. I have lots of good news to share with people. Hi, Boomer Summer Baby, welcome in, honey. I'm just going to leave a few people pile in. I'm doing really well. Just want to let you know that. Took time off YouTube, obviously, for various reasons, because things were getting to me and I was talking nonsense about myself, which shouldn't happen. But those lives have been binned and, you know, went away and got myself some help you know. First person to put their hand up and say, "Yeah, I'm struggling." But we're gonna move on from that. That's not even anything at all. I've been waiting a long time to get an appropriate apartment in London. Let me tell you something. I am totally blown away. I've been offered a place in central London beside the Queen, Zone 1 in central London. I'm actually getting a better property than my ex partner, okay? And this property is absolutely gorgeous. I am yeah, look, you know what you gotta do, right? When you find yourself at your lowest point, YouTube is not gonna help you. Number one, it's probably just gonna make you worse. So, you come out of YouTube, you go away and you see your doctors, whatever the case may be, okay? And then you start talking about the things what are frustrating you and making you feel that way in the first place. So, funnily enough, I gave my Ali's dad my postcode of my new property, and he was like, "What? You've been offered a place there? It's very close to the Queen. Called Zone 1. That's proper central London, okay? I am just, the guys, and the property is beautiful. You can just move your furniture in. You don't have to change the flooring. I mean, the same situation. I'm giving up almost the same. I'm getting the same for the same almost, you know what I mean? Because I do have an absolutely beautiful property here. It's kept very clean. I do get professional cleaners in, which are only in today, cleaning my apartment. I paid them on my own pockets to get this cleaning service done. And I was like, wow. When did this happen? Today. The council were out here. We were going through it, and there was an offer, and just I'm like, okay. Let me talk to my ex partner because he has my son, and I gave him the postcode, and he said, "Susan, that's in Zone 1. That's better than where we're at right now." Hey, Yankee Kyle, welcome in. I didn't see you in a while. So yeah. So instead of sitting my butt, feeling sorry for myself, I have been nothing but pressing all the buttons I can press. I'll put it that way. Okay, everyone in the UK understands what I'm saying. Saying right, because the bottom line is, I'm not happy living where I'm living because I want to be down near my son, and I'm after being offered a property today, and I said to I gave Javad the postcode of that property, and he googled it, and he said, "Yeah, take it. That's a really good damn place." And I said, "The property is absolutely beautiful inside as well, just like mine. I mean, it's almost the same color flooring I have, and what I have here. And it's a new kitchen. There's a new kitchen here, high glass houses, and there's disabled parking and all this stuff I need. You know what I mean?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm taking that apartment." So what's going to happen? Ellie's meant to be coming down next month, and there could be a possibility I might be moving next month. So we're going to go mobile. What I'm saying is I'm going to bring ye on a tour of the whole move. How about that? We're going to go live cam it. We're going to live cam it, okay? And I'm certainly going to live, because I'm going to be in central London near Buckingham Palace and all these areas. I live cam all that for you too. Instead of sitting here talking with the camera turned off, I can just put on a bit of makeup, do whatever, camera ready if you want to put it that way. But I'm going to be out around about, so we're going to live cam it. But yeah, it's really exciting. I can't wait. I can't. This is what happens when you focus on future. Good things will always happen. Yeah, Liza, you know what? I was thinking, God, I'm leaving myself down talking silliness on the YouTube. Why am I doing this? This is not the real me. But in a weird way, I kind of, in my heart, I felt defeated because things weren't working. Things weren't moving. You know what I mean? Because I had all these things kind of put in place. This property didn't just pop up. I mean, I've been on a system for quite some time. To be honest, I've been on, and nothing was happening. I was getting frustrated in myself, thinking nothing's gonna move for me. You know what? It's all moving on perfectly. Everything's great. I love you too, Kim. You can all tell I'm doing a lot better, right? I've totally come off YouTube. I'm not going to talk crap on YouTube. It's not helpful. Guys. Me talking like that is not the real me. It isn't. It's just when you feel like you're trapped in it, And I explained this to Ali's dad because I do talk to Ali's dad. I mean, we're co-parenting, right? And I was like, I felt trapped for so long. And he said, Susan, I can see it in you, because he knows my temperament. He knows me, as I've been offered a place in central London. I have the postcode and everything. I gave Ali's dad the postcode. I said, check that place out. And he goes, yeah, take it. It's in central London. You're very close to Buckingham Palace. You're in it's called Zone 1. Everyone in the UK who's on the channel will understand when I say Zone 1. Well, Ali's actually in Zone 2. So I'm going to be living in a really high, and I'm like, what? And the people who want my apartment, well, they want to come to because I'm living. Let me tell you, right? I put Devon down a lot. That's because I'm not happy. But really, honestly, Devon is a picture postcard, beautiful area. Everyone knows that. Everyone in the UK knows that. And London people are jumping on this. And I've been offered a few places, and I turned a lot of places down because it just wasn't right. And this is the one. This is the one. So I said to Ali, I was only talking to him for about maybe 2 hours a while ago. And I said, look, you might come down to Devon one more time, but then again, you mightn't. And I explained that I got some T-shirts made up, and it's a love heart with my face in it. And I said, yeah, my son is over the moon. My son said, I want to stay with you from Wednesday to Friday. I said, I don't know. We'll have to talk to your dad about that one. And I talked to his father. I said, look, Ali needs his mother at the end of the day. I'm after doing everything in my power. Everything. The frustrations, the anger, the tears when no one sees me on cam. It's been a road. It has been an absolute road, guys. And I have managed by myself to get the removal money up. I've managed to save that. You know? I've managed to do it all by myself. I'm totally by myself. Because I know that the only person who can help myself out of a situation is me. So I have the removal money up. Let me tell you that. All right, I'm really happy. I'm very happy. My son is very happy. He's over the moon. I mean, it really is, because he wants his mother, and I know that. I've always known that, and I've just didn't want to be 5 miles away from 5 hours drive away from my son. It's too much for him. It really is. And I just want to be in the proximity so I can go and see my son's school and be involved and do things, you know what I mean? Instead of sitting at home feeling down, thinking, when you put your mind to something, I mean, everything's possible, right? Is a personal vehicle traffic allowed near there? It doesn't seem like there are so many places in London. It doesn't seem a whole wide to own a vehicle. No, I don't have a vehicle. Hey, Black Widow, welcome in, honey. Um, Guys, welcome in, welcome in. Look, I've done my mental health stuff. Don't worry, I've done that. I'm doing really well. We've been offered a really fantastic, beautiful place. Let me tell you, I can't wait to show you this on cam. Honestly, I can't wait. I have a beautiful home. I've showed you my home plenty of times here on this channel. I don't like dirt. I pay a nice bit of money to get professional cleaners to do very deep cleans in my apartment because there's certain jobs I can't do because of my back, and I'm not really going to go into it because it is what it is. But I'm just over the moon, guys. I couldn't get on it fast enough. I was bursting to tell you all the news. I said I have to tell everyone on YouTube the news because it's like I'm sitting there and I'm bursting, and I just want to, tell everybody, I finally getting, it's like I can breathe again. It's like, I feel like joy in my heart. I can't believe it. For the first time in a long time, I see a way out, if you understand what I'm saying. Thank you, Betty Boo, honey. I'm doing really well. I've stayed off YouTube for a while. I haven't been on. Went away and seen some doctors, and I'm not going to really go into that kind of aspect. But the big news and the most important news is that I have got and secured myself a beautiful apartment in central London, and I am going to open up my cam when it all goes on. And I'm going to show you this new home. I'm going to show you the starting of my new life again. This is a new start. Yes, I'm going to continue on YouTube, but I'm also going to be very involved with my son too. But when he's around, I will not be putting him on camera, or I will not be doing live streams when he is in my property, because he is underage. He's only 10 years of age. I spoke to Ali about this. Ali wanted the one cam. Ali loves the camera. I said, no, it's an 18-year-old channel. He said, well, why don't you make it a kids channel? I said, because it's not a kids channel. So there was a half an hour debate about that. It's like the closing of the old and opening up the new for me. It really genuinely is, guys. I can't tell you how happy I am right now. I feel very blessed. I feel like God answered my prayers, because I can't tell you how trapped really I felt, because even though Devon's a beautiful area, but it's it doesn't fit me, you know what I mean? If that makes any sense. I've I've always been most happy down in London. London's a bustling city. Y'all know London, right? I'll take you around Buckingham Palace, because I won't be living far from there. I'll tell you that. I got Zone 1. Zone 1 is central, proper central London. Yeah. My merchandise, which Purple has done, she did beautiful t-shirts. I got one for my son. I showed my son it. Bless his heart. And I showed my son his new t-shirt, okay? Because I got sent on the pictures of the results. They came out really well. And those, whatever people may think about Purple, I'm not gonna badmouth her. She did a really good job on these merchandise, these stuff. And I said to Ali, this brought little tears in his eyes, bless him. I said, look, there's a picture of your mommy in a love heart, okay? Now he was looking at the pictures what Purple sent me. I said, one t-shirt is for you and one's for me. And I said, when you go to bed, you can wear that going to bed, like, because I'm going to use it as a bed t-shirt as well. And I said, when I'm not there and you're not in my apartment, will you have me close to your heart? Because the picture is actually in a heart. So I said, you'll have me close to your heart. And then my son's very, very intelligent, he's emotional, a little bit emotional like me. And I said, don't cry. He said, Mommy, these are happy tears. I said, look, I told you, I promised you that I'm coming. Yes, it took longer than we thought, but things happened in between. But I'm coming now. So the whole trip to coming to Devon is kind of up in the air right now, so we're not too sure about that. It might happen down here, the last visit with him in Devon, or we might be down in London by then. That's how fast this is all going to take place. So yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to put him on my channel, because look, um as much as he would take over the channel and talk to everyone like he knows everyone, like my son is like, his mentality is the very same as me. He's not shy at all. But because he's underage, I just don't want to break the rules of the YouTube, and because it's a monetized channel. Secondly, well, I don't really want to I don't want to expose him. I just feel he's too young. But no, I'm not going to Betty Boo. I'm not going to. I've I've already talked to his dad about this. He's not going on my channel. No, he's only 10. Although he wants to come on. I told him no. When he gets older, yeah. Like, time flies. I mean, look, I've been on my own, what, 4 years? It's the longest 4 years I've ever had in my life. It's like I don't know if you have to describe the way I have been. A bluebird. I don't know how to describe this, but if I put it in my own words, right? Me being here for 4 years by myself, I feel like I was living in a jail in a weird way, but it's not a jail. I haven't done any crime. Um, and it's only now I feel okay, right? Things are happening, positive things are happening because you gotta set your goal and you gotta stick to it. And I tell you one thing, you gotta get up on your two legs and fight for everything you want in life. I've been fighting all my life. I really have. I've never been handed anything on a platter or a plate or a silver spoon. I've never, you know. Every single thing I have, I fought for. And it's not a sob story, it is a story. But at the end of it, you're going to see the happiness you're going to hear of me when my son goes back to his dad and when I do come on YouTube. You're going to hear me being a lot positive, a lot. I can tell you maybe about his day and tell you a little few things. And, I will be, even now, because I spend so much time on the phone with him and I know the movies are going to come about, I feel like, I feel like myself again, you know what I mean? That might sound strange, but I feel like myself. I feel like, wow, okay, it's time to live again now, you know? It really is. It's time to live. It's. I just hope that more people. Hey, Matt. I just hope that more people will look back at this life maybe one time and have a look at some of my lives. Hey, Colin. Um, and understand that you know things don't happen unless you fight for it. And it's a very difficult situation here in the UK. It's very different in the Irish way of doing things. You know what I mean? Things just doesn't happen. You really gotta fight for it. And I had the council lady in here this morning with me, and I'm like, I want the damn flat. You know what I mean? She said, Susan, calm down. It's yours. It's yours. I said, right. All right. Talk to the man upstairs now and get my removal van ready. So what I've been making the cleaners do all day is we've been offloading a lot of stuff we don't really want. I think I'm going to take about 12 bags out of my flat today. Just missed clothes that are too small and things and, all these stupid things you don't really need. I don't have anyone to give them to, so I'm basically dumping at this point, so I'm offloading. So it's been a good day. I can tell you that. It's been an absolutely fantastic day. I talked to my son for hours. My son is over the moon. And I kept telling him, I told you I'm coming. I promised you. I told you. I made him an Irish promise. I told you. Yeah, this is real, guys. If anyone takes anything away from anything, you'll understand the way I have felt in my past and talking negative. And, it's not really nice for everyone to hear. And it isn't. And I can only deeply apologize for my negativity. You know what I mean? And, but I came off. I decided to come off YouTube when I went away, and I did get help because I was in Tara's. I don't know when that was. I think it was last week or something like that. I said no, I've already got help. I've already got help, like almost ASP. You know what I mean? And this happens today. It's just amazing. It really is. It really. I feel very blessed. It's like someone's watching over me because I was kind of going down a bad spiral, and that's why I came off YouTube. Betty Boo, I've been patient. I'll tell you how long I've been patient for. And I want this on record. I've been waiting 4 years. 4 years. And it's been a hard 4 years. But saying that, I met all you beautiful people. And I'm not leaving YouTube at all. If anything, this is going to make me a lot stronger. And people will want to come in my channel because I won't be talking rubbish. I'll be talking positivity. But there's a story behind it. There is the sadness and the loneliness and all that kind of stuff when you're missing someone. Your heart is in a lot of pain all the time. And now today I feel like, my God, I mean, that feeling is gone, you know what I mean? Because I know there's a way out now. I'm getting to go. I waited 4 years. I've been, yeah, it's been about four years, I think. Well, my whole ICU situation set it back. We will set me back about 6 months, more or less. I'm catching up, Susan. I'm so happy for you. Yeah. So, look, I want it on record. So, if anyone wants to ever look back on this video to understand that it's up to you to make the changes in your life. It really is. No one else can do for you. Yes, you can have support on YouTube, but no one can make the steps. Only you. Only you. Um, I feel all this weight. I can't express this enough. I can't even. I'll try and put in the best words possible. I feel like there's weight taken off my shoulders. Like it's unbelievable. It's like I can breathe again. It's a weird It's a weird sensation. It's the first time I felt like this in I don't know 4 years. So it probably would have happened a lot quicker. But look, see what happens. The longer you wait, the better opportunity of getting a better place happens too. Because I did turn down a lot of places. The conflicts, boots, the bad pitch program. That's the confidence boot. Oh, Matt, look, you know what? I've been waiting 4 years to come alive again. I can tell you that now. I've been waiting quite a while to feel alive again and feel, well, you're a human. You're somebody again, right? You know, you don't understand what it's like when you're missing someone deeply, and that hurts, guys. It's genuinely sponsored by the jerks. I love that. um, but yeah, it's like a whole weight has been taken off my shoulders. I feel lighter. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. And we're gonna get to move all the stuff, and I might show the apartment when this one is empty, maybe. And then you're gonna see the voyage going straight. It's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna do 5 hour live going down to London. I'll cut it and then we'll come live again. And I want it all catalogued, if you know what I mean. So I'll always have these lives, you know what I mean? So we're offloading a lot of stuff right now. We've offloaded quite a lot today. If you can manage, maybe you can take us to see a site against a park. I think I might have been there before glass houses, but yeah, there's lots of sites in central London. Trust me, a lots of sites down there. You have the London Eye, you have Buckingham Palace, you have the London Bridge. I can keep going, really. I can do daytime and I can do nighttime. I have to run, but I want to say congratulations to you one more time. Remember that you are worth and you deserve good things. Have a great day. Thank you, Eliza. Honey, you're a sweetheart. You are really a sweetheart. I was like, oh my God, can you believe this? My son, and then talking to my son and telling him, getting the phone him and say, look, I'm coming. It was like magic. If I can put it into words, I would say the word magic. So yeah, new address. No one can dox my address anymore because this address has been doxed by L15 for a long time. I love empty house tours. Yeah, I'll show you the house when it's empty. I'll show you this apartment when it's empty. This is a really nice apartment, to be honest. I'm not surprised it got grabbed. I had been offered a lot of places, but they just weren't right. They just weren't right, and I'm after getting the right one, and I don't have to do anything to it. Yeah, I'm like a giddy child right now. I'm just so happy. I can't. It's the first time I felt happy, in a long time. Genuinely happy, really happy. So I said, I'm going to come on to all my beautiful YouTube friends and we're going to tell them, I'll make sure there's internet down there before we cut this internet. And, I'll make sure all that stuff's in place so we'll have internet. But we have internet on the mobile anyway, so we're okay. But I'll make sure that I get the internet in there. Another thing, another beautiful feature I love. My heating here is in storage heating. It's brand new heating. But I always like gas central heating. It's a different feeling to the gas central heating. So it's gas heating down in the new apartment. Hey, Darkside. Hi, Jen. How are you doing, hon? We're all chillaxing here. So there. That's why I've been off of YouTube. I needed to take a break. I think y'all needed a break from me too. Look, I just want to point out one more thing, guys. I know a certain person going through a really mental hard time right now. Okay, I don't want to be bunched together with Susan and Tony. That come on, I live in the UK. I have my issues are very different than Tony's. Let me tell you that. My heart goes out to Tony. I won't say a bad word about her. I just can't find it in my heart. Why kick someone when they're down? That's my point. I would say there. So I ain't going to do that. That's not my form. That's not who I am. I'm not going to say anything bad. But I don't want anyone bunching me together with someone else because I'm separate. I'm completely separate. My channel is a UK channel. I'm in the UK. I trust me. When I seen myself going downhill, you be guaranteed that I was picking up that phone and I was getting to see what I getting done what I had to get done. So I don't want anyone bunching me with someone who's not feeling very well right now because, and again, I'm not gonna um tear that person down when they're feeling that low right now either. I see what's going on. I will tell you that. Sometimes I just don't chat because I was focusing on getting me in getting myself in a good place. Um, sometimes I clicked on, sometimes I did not. The only time I think I last chatted was in towers and maybe the circle jerks. But once again, I've heard someone bunching me together, and I'm like, how can they do that? My situation is completely different, and I don't have a husband. I'm by myself, okay. And for me to reach out and take that help and recognize it, and to come off YouTube and take breaks and stuff like that, and get myself in a better headspace, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to pick it out in any of my subscribers. And I realize now things are worth going for. Things are happening now. Things are going my way. You know what I mean? Yeah, we've been 4 years in the making here, guys. 4 years. 4 years out of my life. I think the last time I felt joy like this is when I was like 39. I've been in like a bellish dark cloud hanging on my shoulders ever since that. When we had some situations where, you know, I wasn't, I had to, things weren't right. Things were not, I don't know, if you want to say the stars weren't aligned at that particular time, maybe, would that be the best way of saying that for me? Yes, I was ready to go around Christmas time of last. I was hoping to be out by before Christmas time last year, but I ended up in October in a serious condition in the hospital, and that set me back. I would say 6 months, because like only just because I got home after being a month in the hospital didn't mean to say that. I would put it this way: look, yeah, my hair only started to stop falling out since like 3 months back. My hair was coming out in bunches after the illnesses I have. And I'm not going to say it was just C19, it was more than that. You're talking about pneumonia and you're talking about a whole host of crap going on with me. Oh, yeah, I'm over all that now and it's all good. I'm leaving it in the past. It's onwards and upwards, as they say in Ireland. It really is. I'm like a giddy child, I really am. I can't believe it. I really can't. I just feel like I'm the looks. Probably I feel like I'm the most luckiest person right now in the world because I'm going to be down where my children are and I'm going to have Christmas. You know what, Betty Boo? I have the most expensive, beautiful Christmas tree. I really do. Yeah. I have the one with all the built in lights and it's absolutely gorgeous. I paid a fortune for it. Yeah, I have all that. And you guaranteed Christmas or tree will be gone up. I had to block my son from coming down Christmas time of last year because I was only out of hospital in November and if he had a virus. He was sick. And I thought, oh God, you can't bring him down near me because my immune system is like rock bottom. I'll give you an example, Ryan. They still have me on these build up drinks, with all these vitamins and you might call them inshores in America, I think. I'm not sure. But they're giving me all these, I don't even drink them anymore. I'm putting them in the fridge. At least I'd like them. And I said, well, you can have them then. But that would give you an idea of the situation was I couldn't leave Ali down last year. I couldn't because I had to watch out for my health at that point. But yeah, it's onwards and upwards. We're going to be moving pretty well, hopefully next month or so. It might be next month or the month after that. It's going to be somewhere anyway. I'm glad to get out in around the summertime as well because, in the winter to be raining and the furniture, I don't want my furniture getting wet because I have really nice furniture. I don't want to get anything getting destroyed or anything getting. So it's about time. It really is about time. I'm like, wow. And I just want to, I don't know. I'm actually, for the first time in my life, I'm lost for words right now. I really am. Hey, Canadian girl. Yeah, yeah. It's all happening, Canadian girl. It's all set. It's all getting ready to go. We'll be packing our bag. Well, I had the cleaner stick out about, I don't know, how many bags it took. Took a load of rubbish. Well, I call it rubbish. It wasn't rubbish. The stuff I didn't want, okay? I was getting them. I was bagging. I was saying, get rid of that, get rid of that. I'm trying to offload the stuff to make it easier somewhere because there's a 2 bedroom put into a 1 bedroom here. So I'm getting rid of a lot of bits and pieces. Knickknacks you don't really want or you don't care for. Yeah, London, 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 Central London. I'm going to Google Central London. It was priceless when I gave Valley's father the postcode so he could check it up. He goes, "Oh my God!" He said, "You take that." I said, "No, I've already agreed to it. Yeah, I'm taking it." He said, "Can you give me pictures?" I said, "No, I can't give you pictures. I'm not giving you pictures." Have you seen the new apartment yet? Photos. I've seen both photos, and I can do the viral tour too as well. I've seen the whole inside of it basically by photos. They've done the photos really well. You have they even show you what it's like at night, you know. And there's a most beautiful when you're looking out the windows because you're a couple of floors up, mind you, but there is a lift um because I won't be able to do the stairs. Um, and it's absolutely beautiful. I can't ask for more. You the train station right beside you. The doctors are 5 minutes walk. Well, I don't walk anyway. I'm mobility. Be 5 minutes. Susan, don't tell us. No, I'm not Betty Boo, honey. I'm never going to give out the new address because this address has been doxed, and it's not been doxed by any of you guys. It's just when we had that situation with L15 that time. She used to drop my address in the chat the whole time. Everyone knows this address. I don't really care for this address. I don't, but yeah, I'm not gonna be giving out my new address to anybody ever. So Ali's really excited. He's very happy. I know Betty Boohan. Yeah, Helfie. I don't want to say her name too many times. She might pop up. Um, she's dropped my address a few times actually. So I'll be very careful when I'm showing you the inside, making sure that there's no address or anything being shown, or I'll be very careful, and especially when I do wear lanyards around my neck, and my addresses do be on them, so have to be very careful when I'm turning on the cam. Get a lanyard with no address on it, I suppose. You know. I am willing to go mobile at that point instead of sitting here chatting with you. Turn on the camera, start showing you Buckingham Palace, start showing you the London Eye. You know, because I'm right next door to it. Basically, I will be. So, I mean, the apartment, you'll all agree it's a really nice apartment. The kitchen is almost similar to my own one, so I'm really happy there because I was thinking, God, I'm only after putting a new kitchen. There's only a new kitchen put in this apartment, a beautiful new kitchen in this apartment. So, and then I was thinking, well, we're kind of getting, my kitchen's probably nice, a little bit nicer, but the other one's good as well. The new place, their kitchen's pretty okay, good as well. Well, it's nicer than Ali's dad's one anyway, I'll put it that way. Because I always look at kitchens and I always look at things that I'm very funny with kitchens. Because when I moved into this apartment, I picked out the kitchen what went into this apartment actually. The kitchen what's in here is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. It really is. So what we're doing is we're stripping back. We're going to do some repainting of this apartment, which painters will be doing that, not me, obviously. And we should be good to go. you know, easy as that. Finally, there's some hope. Finally, there's something had to give, right? Something really had to give because I was kind of losing hope and losing spirit, and you know, I just feel like the whole world has been lifted off my shoulders right now, and that's how I feel. I'm being very honest about that because when you're so unhappy in yourself and the way your things are going, and you've turned into something you're really not. When you're actually a really good, loving person. But I'm not going to be giving up YouTube. I will be carrying on my YouTube. I will take a mobile when I'm not with my son. Um, I will go live when I'm not with my son as well. As you know, I don't go live every day, anyways. But I probably will go live a little bit more. You know, probably will go live a little bit more instead of the one day a week. I might go live maybe 3 days, and the other three I'll be spending with my son. Something like that. Because my son wants to come Wednesday and he thinks he's going to come back Friday. I mean, I don't know. That's, yeah, okay. No, he went to go Wednesday to Sunday to me. I was like, yeah, I don't know, Ali. We'll sort that out. You know, I never promise him something I can't fulfill. I've promised him this for a very long time, and now we've made it happen. It's central London, it's zone one. If you go in and Google central London, you'll see exactly what I will be, where I'll be at. I'm in the heart of London, basically. I'm not in the outskirts or anything like that. I'm in the heart, right in there. The hustle and the bustle, the fast life, as they say. And it's not like I haven't lived there before because I've lived there for quite a long time. Actually, Ali was born down there. But see, this is what happens. You get people who want to come from London, they want to move into Devon because Devon is a picture postcard, beautiful area. This is a really fantastic area. Don't get me wrong, it really is. I mean, I know I do. I put it down. I only put it down because it's not suiting my needs. It's not suiting my happiness. But if you were going to go around here, I mean, guys, the views around here are unbelievable. Absolutely gorgeous, It really is. Down here is really nice. Everything is very laid back. I don't think I like the laid back situation either, to be honest. Because, as I said, I lived in London for a very long time. And I come from a city in Ireland. Zone 1 is beautiful, lots of people, lots of things to do, lots of greenery spaces. Yes, Magpie, Google it. There you go. That's why you can understand Magpie why I'm really happy because I got the best area, and I'm going to be around what my special everything. My son, my daughter's going to be down there. Melanie will get a key. She can come in and come out whenever she wants. Instead of being here in Devon. And if you Google Devon, you see Devon's a beautiful, really beautiful area too. But it's just not for me. Just the way it is. I knew someone would Google it. I've been there. I love it. Oh, you've been in central London, Magpie? Yeah. So we're looking at maybe next month or the month after we will be moving. And if that doesn't take place and it takes a little bit longer, I'm going to bring Ali down because he's off school next month anyway. You've been in central London. Yeah, I love central London. I've been there so many times. Absolutely beautiful down there. If the hustle and the bustle, you have everything is fasting and everything's good, and lots of people, lots of shops open that past 8 o'clock. Down here, everything shuts down at 8 o'clock. That drives me nuts. In London, kind of London don't really sleep. There's always somewhere open. But yeah, happy days. As I said, you gotta get yourself together and kick yourself in the butt and you know say, right, this is not me. I gotta change this. You really do. That's what I did. I kicked myself in the butt and I said, enough's enough already. I had enough. I'm talking silliness and you can't feel alone in London. Not at all. I never, Magpie, funny you say that. And I lived in London in an apartment with my son, back years ago, and Ali was only really young. I never felt alone down there. I never felt the way I felt here. It's so strange. I think because even the street lights here, because it's a very low crime area here where I live, the street lights go off at 1 a.m., you know what I mean? And I'm like, what the hell? Because I'm a little bit of a night owl. That's just my insomniac situation. So yeah, I mean, and there's so many bad memories around here for me anyway as well. It's not good. I mean, yeah, horrible things has happened. It is one, Magpie, you couldn't have said that better. Location is important for quality of life, 100%. Because when you're in the place where you're not happy, well, you kind of a little bit, you have it going against you at that point. And you know whose bright idea was for me to move to London in the first place? It was my son. My son requested it. I couldn't say no. Could not say no. And I knew by giving the postcode to Ali's dad, I mean, he knows all of London, at the back of his hand. I'm not going to say what job he works, but he knows all of London. And he said, yeah, take it. It's a brilliant area. Yep. So me and him have come to Ryan. At least I tell you one thing, people can say what I know my son like the back of my hand. I mean, I brought him up more or less. I think he's been with his dad for what, 4 years? Maybe that, coming up 4 years. I brought him up since he was a baby, so and I know him, he's a very much a mama's boy. I mean, he really is. I mean, when I told him I got him the T-shirt with the picture of me, and I said, when you're missing me, when you're at your dad's, you can put on your T-shirt and go to bed, and I'm with you. And this is how my son thinks. I know how he thinks, and I knew that T-shirt, right, mightn't have been expensive, but it means the world to him. I'll put it that way. And damn it, Magpie, I didn't know you made T-shirts. I would have ordered from you. I didn't know. But I will say this, and I know people can disagree with me. I've seen the results of the T-shirts. Purple did an absolutely fantastic job on them. She really did. I don't see any wrong done on them. They're really good. She did a really good job. And I showed my son them, and he said, "Will you ask the girl to make me a hat?" I said, "I don't think she makes hats, Ali. I don't think Purple makes hats. I don't think so. I don't know. You wanted a hat?" No, I don't know if she does. The girl does hats, Ali. So I said them. But back then, I never knew you were into the making of the t-shirts and things and stuff. Don't worry, I'm with you new committing to making stuff for people. I know, I understand, Magpie. I mean, I can't be the same unless you really know what you're doing. I mean, you know, I will show the t-shirts online because they're done very well. They really are. Regardless of who people think people like and who they don't like, the fact is that they were done very well. And I have pictures to even show that, and I don't see anything wrong. I've only made them for my family. Ah, got you, Magpie. Yeah. And it's probably a hard thing. You got to really know your craft, if you know what I mean. I mean, look, I wouldn't know how to do them. I don't know. So that's why I got, Purple to make them because I just knew she would do a good job. I just knew she would. She just, yeah. Well, she did a good job for them. I would say that. I haven't received them yet, obviously, but they're only probably putting the postings today, and they're coming from America, so it's going to take a couple of weeks. But I do have pictures, and they look very well, very well. Instead of showing you the picture and turning on my screen right now, I might as well just show you the t-shirts when they come. You know. I hope they come before I actually give up this apartment, to be honest. But I think they'll be here before I actually go. I end up, excuse me, and get on. Just Bob burping. No, I think I'll still be here by the time they come. I think so. I'm thinking 2 or 3 weeks they may come. Maybe that. So let's see. But Ali loves it. It's what makes me happy is the fact that he loves it and he understands what I was thinking and what the love what was put into them t-shirts. That's the main thing. He don't understand about who's talking about who on YouTube because he's not allowed on this side of YouTube anyway. But I hope everyone hits the like. Please like my channel. Get me up there in the algorithms. Gonna stay on for a bit and talk with you guys. I'm in great form. I really am. I'm just, I'm so happy. I can't express how happy I really am, to be honest. It's about time things are changing, I may stay on for an hour and then cut the live and probably come back on later because I'm full of beans right now. I really am. I just pray for will you have consistency assistance when moving. Bluebird, I have got the money up to get the removal company to take all my furniture. I won't be doing any lifting. I can't because my back. So yeah, I will be paying kind of top money to get the really good removers to remove everything without their professional removers because my furniture is really expensive. I mean, my TV is 100 inch. That probably would be a good idea to put it on the wall when I move down there. But I want the best of the removers because lots of my furniture is made out of glass, and it's I paid a lot of money. I really did. Down as far as the flooring, I've done this whole apartment myself. The only thing I will be losing, I do have the office looking blinds. I paid a lot of money for them, but I'm gonna give them over to the people who moves in here. Yeah, so I'm not going to be taking the blinds, unfortunately. They're not going to fit the windows down there anyway, because they were meant to fit this. They're custom made blinds. They pay quite a lot of money for them, so I'm just going to give them over free. Just leave them on there. Movers are a great investment. Yeah, that's the only way I can do it. I can't do. I don't want someone to get my furniture and dump it in a van and they have no clue what they're doing and bust something. No, I really don't want that. I mean, my whole kitchen table is glass. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful kitchen table as well. I mean, it's really, yeah, it's really expensive. A really expensive, nice one. Um, so I just want everything done perfectly, and I want everything done smoothly, and I want to leave the stuff I don't want behind and put it out and get rid of it. So we've been offloading today. We took out, I don't know, 5 or 6 or maybe 8 or 9. I can't remember how many bags. I mean, the bags were going so quick because I had the cleaners in here, and I pay for these cleaners to come in and do a really deep clean all the time. So I keep the place really, really clean. Everything has to be very clean with me. I'm just like one of those people. Even as far as walking on the carpet, I'll be honest, I take off my shoes. I don't walk on it with my shoes, outdoor shoes. I don't do that. So the carpet and everything here is kept like brand new. Everything looks brand. The flooring is like brand new in this apartment, to be very honest. And that will be left behind as well for the new people. Their flooring, great time. Moving is a great time for a refreshing start. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be offloading a lot of stuff at you know, what don't I have a lot of my son's clothes here. And they're too small for him to be quite honest. And I'd love to give them to someone else, but I don't know who to give them to because that'll tell you how much I know Devin. I don't really know it at all. But no, I'm just gonna black bag them, put them in the bin bag, the rubbish, get rid of them. There will be certain items I will be keeping. I've all these scrapbooks. I've all these baby things. I'll be taking all that stuff. Um, I've these baby toys. I think I'll take that too, just in case he ever has kids and he can give them to his kids. I don't know. Because the way I have them all in big plastic tubs. See, I'm a very organized person. Hey, Sierra, how you doing, honey? Sarah, I'm doing the best I could possibly be right now, to be honest. I'm telling you, girl, the whole world has been lifted off my shoulders. So I would suggest, if I was going to say anything to anybody right now, I would say this: never give up. There's always something, there's always hope. Even in your dark days, there's always something. There's times there where I said stupid things and I was kind of giving up, you know what I mean? Because you're angry and frustrated and you feel beaten down more or less. But, today, and look, I would say the last couple of weeks, I've been off of YouTube, more or less. I haven't been on my own channel. Um, but I've been doing, like, taking a lot of help, with the mental health side of things. And I don't see why you should sit there and suffer when there's help out there, you know what I mean? When you're coming on YouTube and you're talking stupid crap, it's not good for your listeners to start with. It's not right. And for that I can only apologize, you know what I mean? But I've never, said anything wrong. Susan, or you can smoke a W30 instead. What's a W30? I don't even know. I don't even know what that means, Matthew. you know, you can smoke cigarettes. Yeah, but again, I don't smoke around my son. Let me tell you that. When he comes, there'll be no smoking. I probably have to smoke off the window, but I won't smoke around him when he's in my presence at all. Um, but yeah, the longer you don't take the help, let me tell you, the more darker it's gonna get. I will say this from someone who knows, right? So if you know that you can reach out and get this certain help, but I don't want to specifically say what it is. I mean, of course, it's around mental health awareness, and you know what? There's nothing to be. We're in the year 2013, and should be no stigma or shame on that in either, and people should not bunch you together as a group because guess what? I'm not a group. I'm one person. And damn it, when I know I effed up, if you want to put it that way, I'm going to probably delete that live to start with and think about it and beat myself up a little bit for saying stupid things. I beat myself up more than you can imagine. I feel like I left people down on my channel. I feel I left myself down. I certainly would have left my family down by talking like that because that's not how I was brought up or where I even came from myself. So there, I mean, 100% bluebird. And I feel that already today. I mean, the most positive conversations with my son. When I told him this news, I'm depressed. It's not your depression. My depression is not your depression. 100%. I mean, look, everyone's depression is different. I mean, certain situations where people may be, bipolar, they can go manic, and I've seen things on YouTube, and I think I don't want to even label anyone as anything because I'm not that person. I don't label people, trust me. Um, but what you'd hear me saying is kind of like giving up because you're just crushed, and deep inside you're crushed at that moment, and you got to get to the real reason why you're saying it and why you're feeling that way. It's you know, and when you talk, go and seek help and get some medications maybe turned around and changed makes a world of a difference. I would say appropriate sleep is another thing because I remember at that time when I was talking rubbish. I wasn't sleeping at all, and I was just so damn tired. But my brain would not allow me sleep. Um, and of course, my body was not. I had to get some pain medications moved around as well. Actually, I trust me, I've went to town. So that's why I don't want to talk about anybody who is in a dark place right now because I am, to be quite honest, I know I know kind of dark place I've been in, but it's probably not the same place they're in right now. Well, yeah, sleep and hygiene, and you're properly clean around you, that and opening up your curtains, I mean stuff like that, that all helps, big time. So that's why I have a thing where I have to have everything very clean the whole time. I mean, literally everything has to be really damn clean, um because it helps. You don't If you're living in a place what's not very clean, I mean, that gets you down as well. That can get you down, you know and you think back and you think, oh wow, I've been through hell, and it's a story where you one person battling the world, kind of. That's how it feels. Been battling for 4 years, and there's times that I would say things and do things I'm not proud of. Giving out to my family would be one of it. Not proud of that at all. But they can never understand, why I'm feeling such a way. Because I'm missing, internally crushed, missing, and missing my children. Bottom line, And if anyone ever goes back and listens to this particular video, I mean, you're gonna see a person who was at their lowest point at one point, and then you're gonna see them just go right up. You know what I mean? I mean, today I feel like a lighter person. I know I haven't lost weight. I wish I did. Right? Well, again, I have a thyroid problem. That's another situation. God, but not like I eat all day long, because I don't. I don't comfort eat. If anything, when I'm feeling that way, I don't eat at all. Never mind about the whole weight situation. I don't like my weight, to be honest. I'm not massive. I'm not massive, but I have been thin. I have been skinnier. We won't go to the weight situation. I was thinking, how about get some surgery? All right. I don't like my stomach. Well, I had two cesarean sections. What can I say? Your loneliness and grieving for a family is terrible. Yeah, 100%, guys. It's been like hell. It's like you have this voice inside you and you're screaming out, but you know what? The words are not coming out correctly. You're saying ridiculous things. You're saying, you don't want to be here anymore. You know, you're so lonely. You're so literally crushed. You're barking at your own family, even. Because they don't understand why you're feeling like this to start with, but you know why. But it doesn't. You can't express it, more or less. You know what I mean? But as I said, look, when I knew I was going down, I cut the live, stopped the YouTubing, went away and got help. Simple as. And this whole thing of me getting the apartment, let me tell you, this didn't just happen overnight. This has been going on for 4 years. I had to wait to get the right place. I had to make sure a couple of things were right. Like, I had to make sure the security on the property. I had to make, because like I'm a SA victim. I had to make sure that there was really good security on this property. I looked at all the security and stuff like that, because I'm in a really, really secure property right now. You know, apart from one of my neighbors walking into my apartment one morning and nearly scared the life of me. But yeah, that's another situation. But that's okay. Um, I would start off by going getting the help. I would start off by doing whatever makes you feel some way, because when you're feeling this way, it's not ever going to go away, right? The only time it's going to go away for me is when I hit London. Trust me. But I'm going now, so I know I'm good. I just feel I'm like the most blessed person right now. But if I explain what I was like, and waiting is the worst feeling. Like, it's like an eternity. But Blue, but we're talking 4 years in here waiting. So me announcing this property today, trust me, this has been coming. I've been saying it. I'm going to London. I've been saying it. My father said, I was saying it, but nothing's happening. And I was like, no, because nothing proper came up. Because I got to make sure the property I have. Why, MZ? What's going on, MZ? London is on the road, honey. We're going to London. Off to London, we're trotting. Don't want to be grouped in with any other people. Everyone has their own problems, their own situation. I can only deal with what's going on in my life. I can only fix what I can in my life to make it better for me. I've been offered a property down in central London, MZ. It's a beautiful, very secure property. It's in zone one, central, proper central London. Ali's in zone two, which is Mitcham. Okay, I didn't get Mitcham. I got better again. I got zone one. So, and you're talking 4 years in the waiting list here. You're talking, it's not, people might think all this crap happens overnight. No, it does not. It just fell into place. It just happened to be that I was falling down on my feet and I decided to go get help. And MZ knows, MZ damn well knows I went away and got help because she's been talking to me offline because I won't go on YouTube. And the property, well, that just fell into place more or less. It's like all the stars aligned more or less. You know what I mean? So I'm not, as I said, look, I'm not going to badmouth anybody. I know bad things have been said about me. You know, I'm not going to take it personal because when you log off YouTube, I mean, you know, YouTube is YouTube, right? When you log off it, I mean, you're left with yourself, your own thoughts. Um, but as I said, look, this is not this is it just happened to be that the stars aligned. I went away and got help, and as I was doing the help, this fell into my lap. Literally fell into my lap, honestly. And I had to counsel people out here, and I was like, I want it. They said you can have it. I said okay. So I got Javad to check out the postcode, and he said you gotta take that. That's in zone one. You know how hard it is to get them in zone one. I was like, no. He said you're in zone one near the Queen. I said, all right. He's in zone two. Hey, Grits. Thank you, Grits, honey. This is what happens when you fight for something what you really believe in. I can't tell you the last 4 years I've spent here by myself, away from my children. It's been the most emotional roller coaster, I've ever been on in my life, and I never want to be on it again. Hey, September. I never want to find myself on this roller coaster again, let me tell you. And therefore, we're going to express the thing about me trying to find if maybe will I find a partner and all that. I'm not interested. I'm good. I'm good. I just want my kids. That's it. If I stay around for the rest of my life, I'm good with that. No, you're okay. I love you too, September. You're good. You're good, honey. You're busy. It's just been the biggest roller coaster I think what was ever thrown against me. It's the most hardest, biggest thing. I just said, I gotta save, I gotta, kept thinking in this way of things, and things happen, it's crazy because when I was at my lowest point, I went away and MZ knows this, went away seeing the doctors, the special doctor, da da da, got my health, got myself back to where I should be at in my mind, and boom, this falls into my place. I know not never happens overnight, but I can tell you, I will say this. That's just my tablet. Yeah, it's my tablet charging up on the computer. I will say this. It's been the most hardest, difficult time I've ever been put through in my entire life. This has been like a challenge and a half, so to speak. And I'm in good terms with Ali's dad as well now. We're in good terms there. So and I said to his father, look, I said, look, I don't care about me and you, right? We gotta care for that little boy who needs a mother at the end of the day. I said, I grew up without one. I know what it feels like. I think that's what gave me the drive more. Say, right, I'm not leaving history repeat itself. So therefore, I felt something fell in my laps really nice. And I didn't expect it would be zone one. I did not expect that at all. But it is, it's zone one. gives me the opportunity to be come back to who I really am. And someone said to me, I think it was someone came in my life there one time, said self care is very important, and I was like, but I don't really care for myself, that's what I was thinking. But then I realized, well, you gotta care for yourself. God moves in His time, and it's hard at times to wait on Him to move, but He comes through. Yeah, I think God heard my prayers. I love your optimism, your positivity, your attitude today, Susan. No, Grits, I will tell you, I've went to bed. I've been off YouTube for I don't know how long. But I've been doing a lot of appointments, daily appointments and stuff like that. And I listen into YouTube now and again, you know. And I just wanna, I hope like anyone, whoever comes across this video, finds that, because all the videos after this, when I move, we're going to be showing you London, right? It's going to be really positive. But I want to show it from start to finish. It's going to be like you see this way, and then you're going to see that way. You're going to see a whole different person, whole different perspective, more or less. And that's because I'll be around a very special person in my life, and that's my boy and my daughter. I tried to agree with you earlier, but it wouldn't show up. MZ, MZ, I don't know. I found all this news about the property today. I knew early since this morning, to be honest. I had been working on emptying some of this flat of some clutter that we don't really want. So that's what I've been, saying I don't want this. I don't want, yeah, with the cleaners, because I do pay high price for these professional cleaners. I do have. Their manager was out here as well. I said, don't shut off the cleaning yet. I'm not going yet. I still need you. Don't do that right now. It's a bit early. We do get it and get to see pictures, Susan. Yeah, I'm going to be turning on the camera September. I'm going to show you all London. Yeah, I'm going to show you the new property. I'm going to show you this property when I empty it. And I'm going to show you the new property we're going to. I'll cut the live, and then when I get down to London, because it's a 5-hour drive, and then I'll show you the new property. And it's onwards and upwards, and I will be tormenting Ellie's father to hang my curtains and jobs like that. But I'll find someone. I always do. Automatically, I'm already thinking, well, who's going to hang my curtains? But because the curtains I have hanging are really expensive and they're very heavy, and if you don't hang them wrong, right, they're going to fall basically. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll deal with that bridge when we come to it, I think. Positive day, good day. I didn't expect it. I was getting ready almost to come back to YouTube anyways, because I knew I sorted out my my mental health situations. I was speaking to him in depth of how I desperately need this move and stuff like that as well. I spoke a lot about that. A lot of my problems probably are surrounding the fact that I'm not around where I want to be, around my kids more or less. And many, if you're listening, we're moving to Zone 1. That's Central London. That's the hotbed for all the jobs, Carly. I know Melanie listens in. I'm moving into Central London, Zone 1, Melanie. Um, you will be needing a job, I do believe, down there. Yeah, so Ali's father checked out I gave him the postcode and he checked it out and he goes, yeah, grab it, take it. I said, no, I've already agreed to it. So as long as he's happy, because at the end of the day, our child, well, he's and my child, which is my son, will be in this property, so I gotta make sure it's secure and safe. So it's 50-50 whether Ali comes here or not, because it might be a move before it or it might be after it. So I said to Ali, prepare for two things. You'll either come down to Devon for the last time, or you won't come to Devon at all. You'll see me in London. And he said, "Mommy, I want to see you in London." I said, "I know, but I don't get I don't get. When is this happening? Um, I'm out. I think it's going to be either next month or the month after. So Ali's trip to come down to me, which he's off school next month, that's kind of 50-50 right now. We don't know. I don't know if he'll be coming down here because I might be here myself. I talked to Ali's father about this too. So I told him, he told me just keep him posted, like keep him, if you're moving, just let him know. So he knows not to come, and I'll spend time with me in London. Of course, Ali goes I'll stay with you from Wednesday till Sunday. I said, okay. Yeah, so it's not long. It's not long. So we Yeah, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you this flat empty. Actually, when you see this flat when it's empty, it's big for one bedroom. Hey, no, my sweet Nikita, how we doing, honey? I'll show you this property when it's empty. I'll show you the remove a second of some bit. I'll show you bits and pieces, and I'll cut it. When there's 5 hour drive into London, and when they get to the other apartment, I'll turn on the camera again, and I'll show you all that. A lot of. You can just imagine a lot of boxes and a lot of bags and a lot of furniture just like all over the place. It's gonna be crazy. I'll be settled within 2 or 3 days, I reckon. I don't really hang around. I try to do the most I can do myself. If I have to call someone in, I will do that too. Hey, just Tom, welcome in, sweetie. Popping in to tell you and congratulations, darling. Oh, thank you, honey. I appreciate it. You're gonna see a lot better things coming out of this channel in the next couple of months. I'm gonna give you proper content. We're gonna document it all, actually. Because when people go look back, people who are struggling, if they find this channel, look back and see that there is always a word where there's a will and willpower, there's always a way. Bottom line. And you got to realize I'm doing it all by myself. Hey, Kerry. Sorry I'm late. Has been a crazy day. You sound good and happy. Yeah. A whole weight the world has been taken off my shoulders. I tell you that. I feel, I'm not joking you, but I feel a lot lighter. I feel very clear minded. I feel my shoulders are lighter. It's such a strange feeling. It really is. I went down to shop a while and I was like, yeah, I'm going to London. I won't be seeing you too long more. They were like, are you moving to London? Yeah, I'm going. I was saying to them, I'm going. I was like, wow, this amazing feeling. So the story behind it all is, when you're feeling at your lowest point, number one, don't talk crap on YouTube. Knock off YouTube. Your channel is always going to be there, and go and take that help. I urge anyone, please go take that help. If you're feeling and you have situations going on, please go and take that help. I've been, MZ will tell you, she will tell you, I've been going to appointments and everything, right? Because I would ring her, oh yeah, I just went up to that appointment, I'm back now. I would let her know. MZ knows. I've done all this appointment, going to the doctors, changing up medications. I'm not mentioning medications or what I'm even on or this, that, because it's not for YouTube. A change in medications, number one, proper sleep is number two. Because I went like to the point where I was not sleeping. I was no matter what, I was not sleeping. I was staying away from like morning to midnight to morning to midnight. I was not getting any sleep at all. So what we did was we changed up some pain meds. We changed up some other medications. That has brought me. MZ could hear a difference in me every time. You know. I just think that sometimes it's probably good to bring a little bit to YouTube, but not a whole lot. You know what I mean? Um, Especially when you're at your worst. I mean, it's time to turn off YouTube and before you start talking negativity. And guess what? The negativity is coming from inside the heart because you're not happy, right? I just knew that this couldn't carry on. I just knew I wasn't going to leave this carry on. Yeah, I have so much to look forward to, and you know, to top it off, then I got my son. My son called me, and I was on talking to him for like 2 hours, and I said, "I'm coming." I said, "I told you I'd come, didn't I?" He said, "Mommy, it's been a long time." I said, "Did I promise you I'd come?" He said, "Yes, you did." I said, "I told you." I said, nothing happens overnight." I said, "Ellie, it always takes time. And remember back, I was really ill." He goes, "Yeah." I said, "That slowed things down a lot as well." So, well, we're over all that illness and stuff now, and good things are coming my way. Thank God for a change. I kept saying to him, "Dear, I just don't like it here. I'm not. It just doesn't work for me. It's just, when something doesn't work for you. It's like if you're in a job, right, and you really don't want to go. You know it's not for you. It's kind of that way, but you know you have to just be able to survive. It's like it's not like I could walk out of the apartment and just say, "Well, no, I don't want it anymore." It's not that case. In the UK, there's certain criteria, and there's so much red tape. I would say, there's so much of that crap. What kind of puts you in a situation? There are thousands on meds out here, and each person is different. It takes trials, takes errors, and you hung in there in and kept trying. A lot of people give up after a few times. I'm proud. No, I would. That's thing. Even at the moment, times I was saying I was going to give up, deep down I didn't want to. Deep down I really didn't want to. I thought, right, I'm talking rubbish on the internet right now. This is not good for my subscribers. It's not good for my family to even hear this kind of rubbish. I gotta come off YouTube. I gotta go and get myself some good help, you know what I mean? And you you always have one particular friend, and it's someone you trust, and someone you can speak to, no matter who it is. It could be anyone, and you have them, and that person is walking the walk with you because they know when you're coming back from your appointments, they know when you're going for appointments, they know all that kind of stuff. And they know that you're sticking to them, and they make sure you go to them. They remind you, even you have appointment tomorrow, you've got to go to the doctor tomorrow, you know. And I said, "Yeah, I'm going, don't worry." That's the thing, Kerry. My Irish blood does not allow me to give up. As much as the crap I said on the YouTube, well, that was me when I was at my rock bottom, when I thought it was, wow, it was just a dark, deep, horrible place. And I was making things worse, you know what I mean? I was like, what the hell am I saying? This is not me. This is not who I am, you know? I bet I disappointed my family, even, to be honest, talking like that. Guaranteed. That's not who I am. Yeah, I'm not an alcoholic, guys. MC knows that. The doctors know it. I'm not an alcoholic. Just so everyone knows that. What was wrong with me is what I wasn't. It's just that it came across that way because I was medicating and the medications weren't, okay. This whole no, alcohol is not my thing. As you can hear me in my voice, medications have been switched and turned around. They're not making me so. I can't explain it. In that place where some medication can put you, people, when you're coming on and you're sounding a bit slurry, it comes across as being on alcohol. No, you're self medicating. Not alcohol. You can't medicate and do alcohol at the same time or you kill yourself. Um, but no, alcohol is not an issue in my life, and MZ very well knows that too. Whatever it takes, it seems I've seen and heard it so many times. We all need help. Uh, Chemicals imbalances really screw you up. Once you get the right ones, you think much clearer. 100%. I agree with you with the whole medications aspect of it, because there was some medications what were too low or weren't strong enough. They had to tweak them. Then they switched around other things for panic attacks and anxiety because I suffer severe anxiety, and of course that brings your voice down, and And I said I'm going to come off YouTube for a bit because I'm coming across, but now my body's kind of used to it. I'm not sounding so bad, but my head is feeling higher, and like the weight has gone off my shoulders, and I talk to MZ. I could talk to MZ morning, then call her in the evening and call her in the night, and she knows full well there's no alcohol. Turn on the camera to her, show her around. There's no alcohol. I think people got that a little bit mixed up as well. No, it was just the wrong. There were certain things that weren't right, and they tweaked them and they fixed it. So yeah, I just wish that everyone could find be in a place where I'm at right now. And I know it took a very long journey for me to get where I'm at right now, where I'm getting to do this amazing move. I wish everyone. It's not always a move with some people. It could be something different. It could be maybe doing something like going down to the beach, putting your leg in the sand, doing stuff. For me, it was always about my children. You see, always. After my mother passed and my brother was really out of it, I pushed him to go to doctors and just put him on the the difference was night and day. He said he had never felt more clearer. Wow, that's amazing. I'm so happy for your brother. I really am. I'm really happy, because the doctors don't always get the dosage right. Sometimes it can be over medicated a little bit. Sometimes it could be under medicated. And of course, when you come across and talking, your voice may sound, excuse me, I'm full of wind because I'm after having some food a while ago. Sometimes your voice can come across not right, you know what I mean? But I've taken that medication before. I was so strong for me. I wouldn't take it until I was actually sitting in bed. Well, yeah, I can't take there's a certain tablet, what's it called? They gave it to me one time and I can tell you, um I can't think of the name of them. Serikil, okay? I'll tell you a story about me being on Serikil. I'm not ashamed to say this. The doctors put me on Serikil at one point, okay? I went by the time I went to the bathroom, I sat on the bathroom and fell asleep in the toilet for 5 hours. Before I could have cracked my head wide open and fell off the toilet, and and my voice sounded so bad. It was like someone really like not someone who's down like they're after having a belly full of drink, more or less. You know what I mean? But no. And I said to doctors, I'm the circular. Yeah, no, I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. So I didn't need the circular actually. It was like it's just something they had put me on for a temporary time, and it was the most horrendous medication. I will tell you that now. What they do is at that point is they're trying to knock you the hell out, more or less. It's kind of like you said. I do believe Circle is more of a sedation kind of medication. Um, yeah, I would never take that again. Actually, I was on that for a bit. I begged them to take me off it, to be honest, and they did. And then we changed up. I mean, they've changed medication with me so many times. And look, some people are missing a chemical in their brain, what causes them to be more acceptable to depression. This has been explained to me by the professionals. This is not me being a professional because I'm not, but this is what the professionals have told me. There is people who are missing a certain chemical in their brain, what causes them to have they're more acceptable to have depression. They're more one drama in their life and boom, that sets it off straight away. And hell, I had a lot of drama in mine, which is I wish it never happened, but you can't change the past, right? Um, so people need to lay off a little bit when it comes to people with mental health. And I just want to put this out here as well. And I've heard someone say this. I'm not going to name out the channel, right? I'm not with anyone else. I'm a separate channel. I'm in the UK. Yes, a chemical imbalance with more common in people. Yeah, Apparently, I'm missing that chemical, right? So what they do is some of the medications I take that puts that chemical back into the brain, the misbalance of chemicals. So look, you can see I'm telling you the truth, right? And I'm not saying I'm a doctor. I am not. I'm telling you just my experience. Um, I don't want anyone to think that I'm professional, because I'm not. I'm not any of that. Um, but people got to stop bunching. Well, you know, no, I'm not. My channel is like me. That's it. There is no other person. Don't put me with someone else. That's not right. Okay, simply not right. So yeah, I went out and got the help. Everybody. So you're welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back into a happier channel, a happier space. My mom was a mental health therapist. She taught me so much about it, and I never knew how common it is. Asking for help is the first step, and takes and time to take time to get the right. And they have to tweak around with medications as well. Clearly they have me on the right stuff, okay? And it just happened to be that the whole apartment thing, when I started getting better and better, I started contacting MZ and saying, yeah, I have an appointment, and yeah, I'm doing this. And, you know, the apartment was something what was always there, kind of, to get a new place. I was already approved of all of that, but it was the right place to fall into my laps, and that, with the help of God, and I believe God is watching over me, or someone is, that has fell into my laps, more or less. But I had been offered a lot of more properties, but I haven't spoke about them because they weren't for me. Yes, it's every person's brain is different, 100%. Yeah. I don't mind talking about these things, and then you have people who have bipolar. And guys, look, I don't have bipolar. Okay, I'm not going to pretend to say I have, because I don't. Never been diagnosed with that, and I do have psychiatric doctors, and I do have that stuff. Um, but I see someone, and I'm not. Once again, I'm not branding. I'm not naming anybody, because I don't do that. But I think someone's having, what I've witnessed is an episode, more or less. They believe that everyone's against them, and this is what they feel, and this is what they think, right? But we all know that's not true. But as I said, I'm not going to name anyone. Because at the end of the day, the last thing I'd want to do is hurt anyone. Hell, I've been through so much hurt. I'm not out to hurt. I really don't set out to hurt anybody at all. I don't do it. So I know who I have in my prayers tonight, and it's someone who's not seeing quite clearly right now. I'll just put it that way. It's very easy for people to say, well, don't go in their channel, there, mental health. You'd be surprised actually how many people on YouTube has mental health. I get it. Sometimes you gotta show tough love. I get that. I understand that too. I do. I get it. I do get it. At the same time, uh, has no one on YouTube can diagnose you. You can only diagnose. You can't diagnose either. I'm just glad you're doing well, Susan. I'm not even going to try and diagnose anybody at all. As I said, mental health, everyone is totally different. And what I have, I know what I have. I have PTSD. And I have another condition, which I'm not really going to name, but it's not bipolar. I'll tell you that now. I'm not bipolar. Thank God, But I would never try and diagnose anybody, or even put anybody down. When someone's feeling down, the worst thing a person can do is put them down more, even. The worst thing we can do as a community and as a sector on YouTube is to, you know, talk about them, even, because that's not what they want to hear. I know how it feels when people are talking about you and your heart just sinks, that situation. So I don't do it. I really don't. I'm too much of an empath in that way. Now you're starting to see the real me. Now I'm starting to let people know that I do have feelings. I am an empath. I do feel things. I feel things for other people even. Hey, Pollyanna. Great news, Susan. I'm so happy for you. It was so hard to see you. The end of the tunnel is even the end of the tunnel when you're in it, but staying strong. That's not easy. Well, yeah. Pollyanna, I had to get help, honey. Really, I was going downhill, and I knew I recognized that, and I talked to my close friends off of YouTube, and I said, no, I gotta go and get help. I really do. And I said it in Tara's. No, I'm already in the situation. I'm already doing. At that point, I was already seeing. Yeah, I've already been seeing the mental health team and all that. But when I'm saying it in Tara's, it's just unfortunate. As I said, you have to tweak medications. You got to do check this, check that, push one, maybe something a little extra to get you up a little bit. But then you got to go into the sole reason why you're feeling that way. There's always a pinpoint reason why you're feeling that way. And the pinpoint reason was me, and this is for me. I'm away from my kids. I can't stand it. I hate it with a passion. I genuinely hate being away from my children. I think a lot of that has got to do with maybe my childhood because my mother was gone. My mother left. My dad looked after us. And credit to my dad, he did everything he could possibly do as a dad. But at the end of the day, we were left down by someone else. I mean, my dad didn't leave us down. He did the best he could do. But we didn't. I didn't have a mother. My mother walked out. I think I was like, I don't know, 8 years of age. That was really hard. That was really difficult. But my dad got through it. He really did. I mean, all credit goes to him because sometimes, I say things wrong. I get things wrong. I mean, God, I'm the first one to hold my hand up and say, God, I shouldn't have said that. I beat myself up 5 minutes after saying it. Um, I got to give credit to my dad in a million ways because he's been there for us from day one. And he's still there from us. He's still there today, if you know what I mean. And I haven't worked up the courage to say to him, Dad, look, I was unwell. I got help and I'm getting the move now. And can you please talk to me again? Because I'm scared of the rejection, right? You know. Yeah, I'm very PTSD is very dramatizing. Yeah, it's horrendous. PTSD. People who have PTSD, it's horrendous. And unfortunately, I do have PTSD along with another condition. And guess what? I mean, you can either get through it and be stronger. Do you think? Do you mind if I ask you on for anxiety, what you're on for anxiety and panic attacks? Yes, I'm on two medications. I don't mind saying it since I'm being asked. I'm on diazepam and lorazepam. Yeah, yeah, I'm on them. They're really good. Diazepam and lorazepam, two different ones from the same family, actually, kind of a thing. Diazepam is a long releasing one, whereas the lorazepam will hit the panic straight away and knock it out. Yeah. So, Dad, if you're listening, I apologize. I was not well. I went to bed and got help. That's why I haven't been on YouTube, if you're wondering. Apart from chatting one or two chats in the night time. I just don't want to fight with my family. I don't. My dad don't. Hell, my dad don't deserve it, bottom line. I feel bad for him, and I'm just scared that if I ring his mobile phone, I'll probably get rejection because I probably hurt him deeply. That's the damage what happens when you're not mentally okay. You say things you don't mean it. I have that's chronic PTSD. It's difficult to know when it will pop up. Yeah, it hits you. PTSD. It hits you out of nowhere. To be quite honest, I get severe flashbacks and stuff like that. I do today even. I get my body trembles. Um, Sometimes it can happen to me in a shop, and I feel like I need to get out of the shop really quick. I'm on diazepam, but only when it's absolutely necessary. Otherwise, I am on venlafaxine. Without I was on venlafaxine before as well, Bonnie. And I was on that for 15. Well, I don't know how many years. Um, they've changed that to for me metazapine. The venlafaxine has gone to metazapine for me because I've been on venlafaxine that long. Decided to take me off it because it was on very long. Which they doubled. Yeah, they can double the dose on the venlafaxine when you're having an episode. That they did that a few times with me. Uh, re- Recently, so maybe I just need to get it more time. Give it more time. I've never tried lorazepam. Well, lorazepam is very fast working. I'll tell you this: when you take the tablet, you feel the instant, that tightening feeling you get in your chest and the anxiety you get, and everything is going really, with a panic attack, right? That lorazepam, well, that's going to take that away almost within, I don't know, 20 minutes. So that's something you might need to speak to a doctor. Maybe he could put it on like an emergency kind of basis, lorazepam. You can have lorazepam with the diazepam because that's what they done for me. Whereas the diazepam is a longer lasting. Lorazepam is kind of something almost works like a Xanax, but it's weaker than a Xanax. Best way. So when you take it, you start getting the calm feeling coming over you because I know what it's like to have panic attacks. Things go really, your mind goes really quick, and yeah, it's horrible. I mean, God, I just dread the panic attacks, and mm, I don't know. Glass house is unfortunately that's the way it works. I have worked on it day by day. I know your triggers and have health boundaries. It creeps up. Hang in there. Yeah, I mean, God. Funnily enough, I started talking about my own self today and giving truths. And now I have all you guys telling me that, well, you suffer with X amount of things, and I'm just glad that I know I'm not alone, that I'm not the only one. Sometimes when you're going through a time, you feel like the only one, but now I realize that I'm not by what you're telling me inside his comments today. I would suggest if you talk to a doctor, maybe, I'm not, as I said, I'm not a GP, I'm not qualified. I want to put that disclaimer out there. But diazepam works very well alongside lorazepam. But the lorazepam, they don't really keep you on long term on that one. With the diazepam, they do. So that's the way it works there in the UK. I'm not sure in America what way it works there. I just know what they do for me, and it does work for me. Like they put me on 6 weeks of lorazepam with the diazepam. I started taking a proper, and then I realized that I started sleeping better. Then I realized that, oh my God, I slept one. I remember there one time, when I had my bit of a breakdown here on YouTube, right? Went away and contacted the doctors and all that. And when they put me on different medications, I came home, and I think I slept from the day to the night, to the night, to the day. That's how wrecked my body was. That's how bad it was. And after that, I started feeling a lot better because I realized sleep is very important. You know, Getting at least 8, 9 hours sleep is really, really important. Thank you so much. Lovely. I speak with my doctor and see. Yeah, you can. You know what, Pioneer, you can ask him about it. But with the lorazepam, they normally keep you. It could be like a 6 weeks thing, and then they'll take you off it. And what they do is they keep that as an emergency tablet in case you go downhill or whatever again. That's how they do it in the UK. I can only speak for what I know, but you can't speak with your own medical practitioner. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it does work. It works really well actually. And again, you're going to get a lot of slurriness in your voice when you take them two together when you're doing the lorazepam and the diazepam, because the diazepam is going to give you a kind of a sedative feeling. Oh, you're in the UK, huh? Okay. Well, I'm telling you what's going on here in the UK. I'm in the UK. Didn't know you were in the UK. I thought you were American. No, because I wasn't sure. Pollyanna, so you understand everything I'm saying right now. Okay, I would talk to your GP and talk about, your situation. Tell him all your feelings, obviously. Be very truthful and everything, because if you lie, there's no point. If you can't be truthful with them, there's no, you're not going to get anywhere. Plus, you got to be truthful with yourself as well. Suggest that, and I can tell you they can put you on that for like 6 weeks, and then take you off that and keep that as an emergency situation for if you get in a kind of a rush, if you understand what I'm saying, in a bad way. Unfortunately for us YouTubers who owns channels, when we get in a rut, well, it's going to come across on our lives because we're talking, right? GPs don't like to prescribe lorazepam, clozapam, and diazepam in the US. Oh, okay, glass houses. Well, they do give it here. They do give it here. No, everyone thinks I'm American. I will do that. Yeah, they do. I'm on the, yeah. Fortunately, in America, they say they're very addictive. But I mean, if you have addicted personality, I don't feel addicted to them. They could take them away tomorrow, and I wouldn't really care. They've already dropped one tablet already, by the way. I've done my 6 weeks of the lorazepam one. Don't feel my body needs it again. I feel it's after helping me through. It works. But it's not something they like to keep you on, especially the lorazepam. The diazepam, uh, yeah, I've been on that quite a long time. That's just something what keeps everything at bay, more or less. And there's times where we call it over here in the UK a flare up. You take lorazepam in the US, Brenda, you're on 2 mils of diazepam. I'm on 5. Well, actually 10. Sorry. Tablets now. They've given me 10. What? Given me 10 a month. 10 like 10 tablets a month, or is that like 10 milligrams? I think it's 10 tablets a month. They don't give me a monthly prescription to start with. I get mine every day. Psychiatrics would prescribe. Yeah, yeah. That's what I did. Went to psychiatrics and GP. Basically, the psychiatric team will contact the GP and say, well, just put her on this course or whatever, da da da, for X amount of weeks, da da da. That's what goes on, really. And they keep the lorazepam as a backup situation tablet, I would call it. I don't think I'll be needing that one again. I don't think I need that one again. I don't. I'm fine. I'm good. You know. I remember you saying sister was going to Germany. She's yes, it's 1 milligram of clozapam, and okay, Brenda, 1 milligram. Oh, very weak dosage. But I don't know. I've never been on clozapam. I've never been on that one. Again, everyone's different. That's what I mean. Everyone's situations are different. But yeah, it helped me out for a couple of weeks. So I needed that extra one thing, and they changed around some other meds as well. And it just happened to be that the flat, dropped in my lap as well. I thought enough with this. I'm going live. I'm so happy. I feel the whole weight. I feel like a lighter person. I really do. Yeah, 10 tablets per month. I start on 10 milligrams and now down to 5 milligrams and now the, oh, wow. So they're taking you down, Pollyanna. That's weird. Okay. From psychiatric, yeah. So that's how you know when I'm telling you the truth that you know that these medications can only be prescribed by a psychiatric team. So you know I one thing I help. I don't sit back to I say stupid things and I'm thinking, well, yeah, okay, things are getting bad. Gotta get help. Help is the number one thing. Once you recognize that, doctor did mention commend me and saying that you do recognize when you go down. I said, yeah, I do. I do recognize that. But so happy for you. Have a good night. Okay, Glass House, you take care, honey. Guys, everyone's welcome in here, to be honest. I mean, we're just talking in general here. I mean, as I said, I'm not a psychiatric doctor. I just know what I know from my experience. I can only pass on my experience. I can never, you know, say this and say that. I can only even go on what I know, what experience I have been put through. And I can tell you, I've been put through a lot, and I feel sorry for the person who has chronic PTSD because that one is, yeah, PTSD in itself is bad, but they have chronic PTSD. I was on three I did, and now I'm down to two there. Okay, Brenda. Yeah. Again, I mean, there's reasons why doctors put you on these medications. I mean, it'd be a brilliant world, of course, if no one had to be put on medications, but that's just not how the world works, to be honest, and that's not the way it is. I've always said this. If you got cut your arm was hanging off, would you go and see a doctor or act an emergency? Okay. When you have mental health, what makes that any different? Just because physical problems, okay? There's no difference in someone who's gone in there with arm falling. Hi, Rocco. Hi, see, I never seen you in ages, honey. How you doing, sweetie? Hope you're well. Not enough life. Not enough thoughts. Not life is no life is thought. You know. This is my. Let's not talk about medications. Yeah, those people just were talking, feeling comfortable talking. As I said, it's right. I forgot you were going way back now. YouTube seems so longer than it is. YouTube is like you might be on there like what, a year. I think my anniversary was like in January, and that was only a year. But I swear to God, it felt like five. It felt like five, genuinely. So that's funny in itself. So I made a statement like that. I think it's good to talk about it. There is no many more of us with medical illnesses that we realize because we may made to feel like we shouldn't talk about it. Will talk about what you want. God, look, honestly, look, I'm very flexible. I'm very open to it all. People should feel free to express what they want and feel comfortable in talking what they want. But that's my view on it. I mean, I don't want to be bunched together with any person. I'm a separate channel. I live in the UK. I recognize certain things when things go on in my life. I do, and then they can bear witness. I do when I say I'm getting help or I went in to I got help. You're guaranteed that I'm doing that. I'm pushing that button. It's good to talk about it. It makes you feel better, yeah, because you feel, Brenda, you're not the only one here. You're not alone, right? You're not alone, guys. I mean, genuinely, I didn't realize all you people like you know. I don't. I didn't mean it, you, Susan. I meant society. Yeah, no, you're okay, Pollyanna, honey. You're fine. But yeah, there is people who don't want to talk about it, but it's a it is a thing. It exists. It's really there, you know. Of course, when you have me, then when I was at my lowest point, talking rubbish, okay, I thought I was the only one feeling that way. Now I realize I'm not alone. At the end of the day, you're gonna learn something on YouTube, or you're not. You're gonna be in it for the drama, or you're not. I don't mind once in a blue moon talking about mental health. I really don't. I don't mind it if that's what subscribers want. I don't mind to dedicate every third week talking about it or something. I don't mind that at all because at the end of the day, it does exist and there's no getting away from that. There's so many people here who are talking about certain things today, and I didn't even know these people suffered with these situations, and I've known them for about a year. I've known some people for like 2 years. Really did, yeah. And at that moment in time, you think you're the only person suffering. Well, bingo! Look at this today. Wow, amazing. I'm on three different mental health channels, and they all help each other. We can discuss it, but I cannot give out like mental health because I'm not a qualified person. I can only say what experiences I have. I cannot give out anything. You can go and see your general practitioners, UK GPs for Pollyanna. Speak with them. Again, that's the best. And speaking about it sometimes is it's kind of good to know that you're not alone. That kind of way. Really is. So for all those people who think that I was drunk, stupid, and da da da, no, I was on extra medication and going live at the same time, and hell, not sleeping for maybe 2 3 days. Not really good. But it's a beautiful live. I mean, I'm enjoying this live. Really, I feel totally comfortable, totally cool, and you know I'm glad that everyone who's here to support me on this journey I'm going through. You're gonna see. Well, you've seen the downs. You can only see the ups now. You can't see any more downs. A lot of good things getting planned. There's a lot of good things happening. I'm very happy with the merch I have paid for, which is I do believe in the post. My son loves it. Most importantly, my son loves it. That's what made me because what he said to me it was the most precious thing. Purple had put my picture, which I have here, in the thing, and my son said, "Well, mommy, when you're not with me, I can wear the t-shirt in bed, and you're at my heart. My heart. Come on, these things they mean the world to me. These words coming out of my child's mouth, they mean the world to me. They really do. And hell, when I'm having a little bit of a down day, I'll think about that, And then Purple came up with the idea of putting the picture in there, and I was like, "Yeah, go with it. Brilliant." Um, I've seen pictures of the merch. I've seen pictures of the t-shirts. They came out really nice. They really did. I genuinely think she did a fabulous job on them. I don't think anyone else would have done it. I think Magpie's only learning, but I used to run a mental health support group on Facebook, and I still got it. Very close friends now that I met through uh, them, and yeah, that's the thing. You get to meet great people, and then you got to realize, look, you're not alone. It's the same thing. Sometimes subscribers, especially subscribers, when you're having a bad day, you hit me up. It only takes one person to ask me on WhatsApp to go live. I'll go live. If it's only to talk about these things, I'll go live for you guys. Of course, to do. Our kids are alive. Yeah, Brenda. I mean, oh my God. What my son said when he seen the picture, because I sent him on, purpose sent me on the pictures, and I sent one picture onto my boy, and he was like, "Oh my, what he came out with? I paid small money for these t-shirts, okay? and it means $1 million. That genuinely, that's the way I was made feel when my boy saw them. You know what I mean? That's just, yeah. Well, I was speechless. I mean, yeah, I was blown back. I said, they're not here. I don't have the t-shirts with me yet. I said, they're probably in the post now. They're coming from America, and he turned around and said, will she do them in a hat? I said, I don't think she does hats. And I would nearly buy a hat if I thought she did hats, but yeah, I'm glad you're better, and I'm glad things are looking up for you, Susan. It's a good feeling. Yeah, thank you, Nikita, honey. No, it really is. And guys, it's only onwards and upwards. We're going to start turning on the camera as well. Um, whilst we're doing this move thing. So we're going to start documenting it, because in years to come, I can go back and look at these lives and think, wow, I was at that place there, and look at it now. This kind of way. And yeah, I'm going to document it all basically. I'm out. What I want to do most lessons, bring me on my travels with you, because you've always been here for me. That's number one. But documenting it too, I need to keep in contact with you more, my sweet friend. But I'm so bad at communicating on the phone. Or Roxy, yeah, Rocco, yeah. So now we're gonna start out, and we're gonna start documenting everything. We're gonna start showing you the logistics of the move, and we're gonna bring you to the new place, and we're gonna show you what before I even unpack them, what I gotta do, and you know. And it's going to be all documented on my channel, and it's always something I can always go back and look at, because even funnily enough, this is a weird thing. Hey, Bucka, Mama, how you doing, honey? Hope you're having a nice day. We're going to document it all because I do sometimes go back and look. I mean, I remember the whole ICU one where I had a full panel of people, and I couldn't hear a damn word they were saying. But yeah, I look back at that and think, damn, you know. It's kind of funny to go back and look at stuff. But I want to document the move from here, and I want to show you it all as it's happening, and I want to show you when we get to down where we're going and on. I would love to leave my son on, but he's just too young, guys. I can't do it. And my family wouldn't want me to do it. In my heart, I don't want to expose him. To be quite honest, I really don't. And he asked me, "You can leave me on when Daddy's not around." I said, "No, that's not going to happen." I said, "You can go on my channel when you're 18." He's only 10 now. He'll be waiting a very long time. Yeah, I'm doing really well, everybody, guys. I mean, it's like I have lighter shoulders, like the world has come off these shoulders. I can't explain the feeling. It's just so weird. And I took the help before I even knew about any apartment or anything being offered to me. I just went and got the help anyway. And, MZ has been with me kind of throughout this kind of little journey. Because I just, at that time, sometimes you don't want to take the criticism. And I know that my family are going to say a hell of a lot to me because I said stupid things online. They weren't happy with that. And I get it. Now that it's like 2020 vision, you understand that. And yeah, I screwed up by saying stupid things. And that if you're listening, I apologize. I just wasn't very well in myself. You know, but we've a lot going on right now. We've a new move coming up, and I did go and see doctors and all that good stuff again. And I did get myself back in order. And the move thing was put on me, you know. It's all new news to me. It's all new. Um and it's all great news, and it's really, and I had to counsel people out here, guys, and I swear I was like, no, I want that flat. And she said, you can have it. I said, yeah, I want it. It's a little bit far out from my son because I'm going into zone 1 and he's in zone 2. But I talked to his dad and I said, look, if I have to pay for a small bit of petrol for your car, I'll do that. Bring him, you know. But come on, Mama, I just wanted to ask, am I a big mouth? Sorry, I don't know what's going on, Nikita. Oh, not, they're saying not you, Nikita. Not you, honey. So what day? I don't. What day are we today? I mean, gosh, it's the 27th. Don't know what time day we're even in. So I thought I'd come on and give a bit of positivity to everybody. I can't see the tablet's charging. I think today's Tuesday. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the cleaners were meant to come yesterday and they came today instead. Yeah, okay. I was like, oh, they woke me up at 9 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, damn. And I was offloading particular items, things I don't want, things which I feel are really fit for the bin. Um, because I'm offloading a lot of stuff. And then, well, got news today and I was like, what? Are you kidding me? On the phone to my son for 2 hours and talking to his dad. And, I said, like, we're co parenting. This, he's fine. Everything's good. It's all good. I was like, wow, I wish life was that easy. I wish this all came earlier than nearly 4 years down the road. I've been through 4 years of, I would say, bittersweet. That's putting it lightly. The kid, I decided I will go to any chat I want as long as they ain't attacking or bashing people. I will no longer go to chats if that what people are doing. Oh, guys, once again on chat. Hi, Joe Beans, welcome in, sweetie. Um, Unsubscribers going to our chats. It's all the matter where you go. I don't think I own G or anything like that. Everyone can go wherever they like. In my book, no channel owns any. You're subscribed to our channels, but we don't own G. We can't tell you where you can and cannot go. I don't believe in that. You know, just me. Oh, Pokemon, I love you. Toby and said, Pokemon is the most sweetest person. She really is. She's most Pokemon will always have your back. I think anyway. She had me a few times. You know, I've never seen Pokemon say a negative wrong thing about anyone. To be honest, and I certainly won't be worried about anyone going to other chats or no. That's not how I work, guys. Yeah, you're subscribed to my channel, but I don't own you. You know what I mean? And of course, for the last, I don't know, I've been off YouTube for a bit, so it feels like I've been off for like years, but no, it really hasn't. But I couldn't come on YouTube in the state I was in, and I had to go and get help. And funny enough, I mean, I went and did all this stuff, and damn it, I get a new apartment today. Can you imagine that? I think I need to pinch myself, but I feel a lot lighter. I feel like the world has come off my shoulders. Genuinely feeling that. I can't wait to be down around with my son and my daughter. Going to zone one, which that's gonna be many's gonna love that because that's where all the big jobs are, right? This girl now just finished her bachelor's degree. Remember this one? She just finished her bachelor's degree. I pop into a lot of chats of channels and may not say anything. I'll just watch. It's crazy. I'll leave. No, Brenda, you stay here. Brenda, Brenda, no one has a problem with you. That's great news, Susan. I am so happy for you, sweetheart. Thank you, Bucka Mama. That means the world to me, honestly. Brenda, guys, Brenda, stay here. You've always kind of came in here anyway. You've never said anything wrong about anybody. You're not bashing anybody. If you came in bashing about like people, I would say something, but you're not bashing anyone. So why are you running, Brenda? You don't need to. Guys, you gotta leave the past in the past. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say, well, Brenda said this about me 2 years ago. Hell no, I'm over that. Oh gosh, I'm totally over all that. Yeah, you don't need to go anywhere, Brenda. You're fine here. So, has anyone got up to anything interesting or anything today? Y'all know my good news. As I said, look, I have good news. I have all good news. Yeah, I put the word all in there because that was like it's all. It's physically, mentally, and emotionally, and it's all. Yeah, that's how I feel. No one is perfect. We all do what we can. Hey, Monica, how you doing, my love? How you doing, sweetie? I'm doing really well, Monica. Really well. Thank you for asking, sweetie. Don't go to very many channels, really, and I don't always chat. I spend a lot of time in the arts and crafts channels, and well, that's good for you. And documentaries. Yeah, I'm obsessed with the documentaries as well, actually. Beautiful see you winner, Monica, honey. I hope your day is going well. Brenda Costello, no one is perfect. You're right. Everyone makes mistakes and have their ups and their downs, 100%. I'm not gonna. I'm the last one. Susan has kept it positive for hours. I think us in chat can do too. That's good, Susan. Sounds rested and happy. Yeah, I'm very happy. Monica, things are starting to work my way, honey. I know you only just came in, so I'll just give it a quick going over for what's going on with me right now. When I went to and seek help and got help and stuff like that, okay. But most importantly, I'm getting my move down to London in the next, I would say, month or 2 months at that, 2 months latest. You know, um. So yeah, I'm gonna be reunited with my children, and that's what it was all about. And the breakdowns and the frustration, it was all about them. At the end of the day, it was just tearing me up so bad inside to be away from them. I just couldn't, there was times I didn't want to be around because I felt I couldn't live without them. Hey, checking convictions. Welcome in, sweetie. No, I'm just saying, like, guys, Nikita, you being a supporter. Nikita, you're actually a proper wrench person there, Brenda's been really polite in here, and I don't see any point in going after her or doing anything because at the end of the day, I mean, we were just all talking, keeping everything really positive and nice. Hey, Blondie, welcome in, hon. No, just explaining I got many channels. Yeah, no, but I understand that. I totally understand that. It's totally fine with me. I wasn't calling anyone out. I was responding to what Susan was saying. Yeah. Uh, hope you're well. Thank you for your. No, everyone's welcome in, guys. I mean, look, we gotta. I mean, you're not gonna see me down like that again. I can tell you that now. I'm not gonna go back down into that level of where I was at. I'm too positive and strong right now. So. I have my move. I've been waiting for 4 years to be honest. I have that, coming up really quickly on top of me. So yeah, it's all good. And on top of that, I've been putting money away for the removal vans and stuff like that. I've been doing this for months, putting a little extra bit away here, and I've been doing the best I can do. You know, yeah, I know that I'm not with anybody. I'm doing it all solely on my own. Uh, guess what? I'm probably proud to do it all on my own, to be honest, as well. Because when it's all done, I say, well, I did that myself. No one can take any credit for it but myself. Maybe you got to come to do my laundry next, Owen. Yeah, guys, I'll be doing major washing. When I take down my curtains, I'll be getting them dry cleaned and I'll be doing all this crazy stuff now soon enough when you say because everything's gonna have to be really speak really clean when I go to new property. Yeah. I'll make sure my broadband is in down there before I even hit down. If before I hit London, to be honest, I'll be like, damn, I'm not going without broadband. Oh my god, yeah. It's guys. You know what? When you think the world is falling down, something happens. It's like I said. I'm look. No one knew it, but MZ knew this. I was when I went on that bad live and I said stupid things. I went away and deleted that live, and I went away straight away. I think the following day, how quick I moved was really quick. MZ was a bit shocked. I went really fast. God help. And she was ringing me saying, "Did you go on?" Because I had a lot of appointments. Yeah, I went to all my appointments. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I mean, the move just, the move. As I said, look, the move was something what was going on for nearly 4 years. It's just happened to be that I got the right proper property right now. Okay. I have been offered quite a few places and I did decline them because I didn't feel it were safe and I didn't feel it were okay. Because I'm going down to the jungle, I'm going down to a little mini New York, which I know it very well, but you know what? The security and all that gotta be right. And this one is perfect. We're going to be nearly in the same area code as the Queen. Well, the King now. Sorry. I said the Queen, because I grew up knowing the Queen. But yeah, you never know. We might get King Charles one day. We're standing outside Buckingham Palace. Yeah, it's been 4 years, guys. It hasn't been easy, and I tell you that now. Been 4 years in the making, more or less. Yes. Then I got put back with the whole hospital visit, which we all know what that one was. And that wasn't mental; that was physical. I spent a month in there, and I took 6 months to nearly get my strength back. Do you want to really know how bad it was getting your strength back and getting all these things back again? Guys, my hair was falling out all it was up to 3 months ago. And I asked the doctor, well, why is this happening? And they said, well, that's the after effect. I said, oh, really? So I decided to Google it. Yeah, it's in there. I'm not bald or anything. I haven't lost, I don't have bald patches, but when I was brushing my hair, guys, my hair was coming out in clumps. This wasn't normal at all. Apparently, it was the after effects of that stupid situation. Yeah, that virus. I'll just call it the virus. Um, that gives you an idea of how long it takes your body to readjust back. People think that, oh, William, out of hospital, you're doing good. No, not at all. Doesn't work that way. And the shock, when you sit down, the shock of the intubation and the incubation and the whole, that kind of hits you, and you just. I remember one time. I'll be honest, right? I was sitting there one time and I just kept breaking down, crying, thinking, "Oh my God, that happened to me." You know, really. I think it was like the ripple after effect, if you know what I mean. It was you're there one minute, you're not there next. It was so surreal. It really was. uh, Time to go organize the God God closet. Wish me luck. Yeah, we wish you luck, my pie. Whatever you do, honey. Sorry, you went through that. I'm so happy you were here with us. Yeah, it was touch and go at one point, to be honest. And when I came home, you know, with this thing called sea mind, and you know things are happening around you, but you have no control over it. I explained a lot of this to MZ. And then to get off the sofa to go as far as the bathroom, that was like a challenge. I'm like, are you kidding me? Do you know what I mean? Thank God I had the cleaners, really. Um, because, yeah, that would drive me nuts. And there's so much challenges, after. And you ask anyone, like, who knows anything about this, um, your journey is only happening when you go home, to be honest. And trust me, I begged to go home. I was like, I'm out of this place. No, I'm done. And MZ knows that too. When they told me I could go home one day, and they said, "No, you're not going home." And no, I was like, "Well, hell, yeah, I'm going home." Because you're missing your home. You're gonna. You thought you were going out your home for like, I told my son 3 days. It turned out to be a month. Didn't expect that, right? But then when you get home, it's the after effects. And bear in mind, I don't have a man to wait over me. I don't have that. But I did have the nurses and stuff in for a bit. Um, Wow, and it was just, it's just a roller coaster, guys. I would call my life a whole total 100% roller coaster, up, down, that's what it is. I only have one load of washing. Fucking mama's trying to get her washing washed up, her laundry. 500. That's a lot, 500 minimum. There's a song Ronan Keaton used to sing, "Life is a roller coaster." Oh my God, does that ring true so well? The words in that are perfect. I do like singing on the channel. Um, I sang one song one day. I think I sang "How Great Thou Art" because that song, my son taught me that song, and you know, I just love that song because of Valley, obviously. And I sang the song, and well, YouTube turned along and said to me, "Well, you can pay halves for the use of that song." I'm like, "Okay, I'm just gonna not even monetize that thing because we're trying to take half my money." That's YouTube gone really, really weird. What, for singing a song with no music? I'm like, come on now. Next time I'll have to change the words and change the words up, not sing it probate for word, even though I do know all the words. But yeah, they wanted to charge me for singing a damn song. Can you believe that? I said, okay, I'm not putting that on monetization then. And I'm not saying that I'm any big, massive, brilliant singer or anything like that. I know I can hold a tune. I've been singing since I was a kid. And that's some way of expressing things. Some ways I can't say it more, so I'll express it out through music. I've always been that way. And I said to my father, I said, the hardest thing to do is go on YouTube and sing a song with no music, no backing, no nothing. It's like, yeah, you know. And then YouTube wanting to ask you, do you want to pay for it? I said, really? You have to rap instead, Susan. Yeah, I'm not a rapper. I do not rap. Yeah, YouTube has gone really weird, guys. I'm being honest about that one. They've gone very strict in the curse words as well, especially the UK channels. Hell, someone comes up my panel and says "F you," that hits me straight into the yellow. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the hell are you doing? But thank God I do have YouTube Premium, and you get paid a little bit more there in that way. But all that money I've been receiving that has built up, and I have been saving it for the transport of the furniture to be where? Down on my son. Bottom line. And even if, like, the videos alone, you get paid. Imagine rapping Ronan Keaton song. Hmm. You know what, Pollyanna, you're giving me ideas. Yeah. She'd give me ideas. When I finish my lab, I'll probably go away and play Ronan Keaton, see can I do rap instead of it. I do love Ronan Keaton songs. My favourite artist would be Dolores O'Riordan. She was a Limerick, Irish as you can get singer. I can sing her songs perfectly. My sister Sarah knows this one because I used to sing them in the band. Unfortunately, she did pass on by a situation when she was in a hotel room. Rang her family in Ireland, said that she'll see da da da, and yeah, she was up to something in the hotel room. I can't really say it on here because they'll throw me in the yellow, but you know what I'm saying, right? What makes a singer go to that length? They get so unhappy. And she was the Cranberries. Yes, the Lord and the Rearing. Yes, I know her songs like word for word. I used to sing them in a band. Actually, I used to sing "Ode to My Family." You know, hello. I pick out these songs, right, which kind of expresses me through music. Once again, that was one of the songs I sang. "Ode to My Family." You know, there was lots of songs. I mean, I thought I knew the name. Yep, Dolores O'Riordan Cranberries. She's originally from Limerick. Originally, where I used to live in Limerick, Ireland. Not in the very exact area in Limerick, but we were Limerick. So yeah, I used to sing her songs the whole time in the band. I used to do them damn pretty well as well. We did drums going and all that. Really nice. I think the first time I ever got noticed, I went up and I remember being like, I don't know, I was 17 years of age or something like that. And my sister was in there with me. That's my sister. No one really knows about, but she's probably listening in. A big shout out to you, Sarah. Hope the baby's doing well, by the way. I remember singing "Ode to My Family" with the band, and they started playing the drums, and they were playing the music and piano and da da da. And next minute, before I knew it, it was like I don't know. The band was really big, guys. I'm talking about big marching band as well as a folk kind of group singing band thing. And all the people were there, and they were, I don't know, whatever I looked around, they were all there. And when I stopped singing the song, well, they all started clapping, and I was like, oh my God. And they were saying to me, you sang it really well. And I was like, really? Did I? Once again, I didn't think much of it. And then we used to do church singing, and me and Sarah were through all this kind of journey of this kind of stuff. Not Jessie. Jessie doesn't sing for anybody. I don't know. I don't know if she can even sing. I never. As long as I know Jessie, I don't think she ever sang. I don't know. I can't really speak. Not that I remember. Not back in the day. I would actually. She used to tell her shut up, But I don't blame her really. She was tired. Um, but yeah, it's just I'm being honest saying all this. Yeah, me and Sarah were like, this is the sister people don't know about. Yeah, I have more sisters. Not just one. I have more. I have another two more sisters, and I have one brother. Sarah, me and Sarah were the closest. Hey, Lisa Jones, welcome in, honey. Proud of you. It's great to hear you happy. Yeah, thank you, Lisa, sweetie. Appreciate you, sweetie. I thought I knew the name. Yeah, Panana, you're right. Yeah, so I sang that there one time, and the ladies who was doing it was called Miriam Dawson. Yeah, and she owned the band and all that, and we were in that for many years. Me and Sarah. So me and Sarah were really very close in that manner. But sisters they bond with whichever, but it was always me and Sarah back then, back in that period. Still is today. I mean, I love my sisters. I do. Regardless of what, you know. But Sarah's very shy. She does intend to listen into the channel, but she don't really speak. Um, I've encouraged her to let us know she's there because she does listen in. Um, she'll understand what I'm saying. When I'm saying I'll listen, if she listens back in there, she knows exactly what I'm saying. True story, no lies. So, yeah, that was back in them days. And I remember my father had a mouth organ, okay? Let me tell you about the mouth organ situation. My dad had a mouth organ. I play by ear, okay? I can play anything by ear. So my dad had a mouth organ. I went to and learned myself how to play the mouth organ. And what did he send me over? He sent me over a mouth organ. It's a proper Honor one, and it's in the C. And I play that every now and again, but I've never played it live, not yet. I might do. You never know. I got to run for a bit. I don't make it back before you end. Congratulations, Susan. I really am so happy for you and love you. Polly, and I love you too, honey. I didn't even know you were in the UK. If she makes it back, she makes it back. Ignore the, yeah, I know, right? It doesn't matter to me, guys. I feel so strong right now. If someone tries to come at me, come at me. Yeah, don't care. I say to you, haven't walked in that person's shoes, do not judge. It's me having a cigarette. This will be stopping in the apartment by the time I move to London because I won't be smoking around my boy. I do not smoke around my son. If his father knows that, even when they come here, I get a deep clean done, and I stop smoking and everything, and I just go out the back garden area out there, communal back garden. I will not smoke around my son. I choose to smoke. He don't. That's how I see that. Did the same on my daughter too. But then again, Manny, what used to be is very terrible asthmatic. So yeah, I mean, what a day, guys. I mean, MZ could hear I was getting better and better and better as I was speaking to her. She knew, and I told her, well, Anna, was you ready to go back on YouTube and stuff like that? I was worried that people would, think that I'm this and I'm that, and when I'm really not. What I want to start bringing forward now is the real me. I'm not going to be this caged person for 4 years, you know what I mean? I'm going to become the real me once again. It's like finding yourself again. I think Kim might understand this one, or even MZ, or people have went through some situations where they were found themselves in an area or a place they don't want to be. And I've always said it. I mean, all I ever wanted to be is telling all my kids. But there's so much red tape. The red tape is just unbelievable. It took 4 years for me. 4 years. Imagine that. To get through this red tape. Yeah, we totally understand. Um, MZ knew I didn't. MZ, you knew yourself. I didn't even want to come on YouTube at one point, because I left myself down. I left my family down. I was talking nonsense. They were probably thinking, where's this all coming from? Just how, the way things are, the way it was. It was like, you're here and you don't want. And MZ, how many times I tell you, MZ, I don't want to be here. MZ, I'm not happy here. All the time expressing to you, MZ. All the time. I would say, MZ, I'm not happy here. I don't want to be here. MZ heard it so many times. So many times. If your heart is not in the place, you gotta get it. But look, I'm not a millionaire. I can't go down and just buy a place in London and be there. I wish that situation would have, you know, I was in that luxurious situation, but I'm not. I'm not. But I've gotten through the red tape. We're coming to an end now, and hell, that was one hell of a journey. That's all I'll say. If not never nearly broke me. The situation what was put here for 4 years. You're talking 4 years sitting on this, right? 4 years of hoping one day and thinking things would change. It took 4 years, guys, of getting through this red tape, because it's all red tape around you. Everything has to fit, everything has to match, and then you have a person, an adult, a vulnerable adult who's, let's say, a victim. Well, you got to look at the security and the whole thing of the logistics about the property and about everything. That all has to be taken into consideration too. And there was so many places offered to me, and none of them matched. None of them would, it was right, not right. But yeah, I've not only just waited all this time, but I've been offered one of the best places in London, and that would be central London. That's the heart of London. That is zone one. Ali and Javad is in zone two. I feel happy. You're feeling better. I'm loving your positive attitude. Thank you, Monica. Honey, you know what? And people were saying, well, she needs help. Yes, I got my help. I did. I went. I come off YouTube even. I didn't want to come back on until I was got my help. And it's very important to self care. I'll put it that way. I did have people on off of YouTube I speak with and positive vibes and give me positive stuff to go forward and to go and seek this help you need. And yeah, I've done that. But the most amazing thing what happened today, Monica, I didn't expect this at all, to be honest. I was given a place down in London, Zone 1 in London. And I spoke to Tally's dad and I gave him the postcode and he said, you got to take this apartment. This is in Zone 1. And I was like, yeah, I'm taking it. So what I'm trying to say, I'm not going into the crap hole of London because there is places like that, crap holes of London, right? The more farther out, it's like zone one, two, three, four. The more farther out you go, the more crappy it is. I'm going into zone one, right where the Buckingham Palace and all that is. So I'm in note one and Ellie's in two. That's how close. A tiny bit of a drive, but I said to yourself, well, when you're dropping Ellie over, I'll pay your petrol. I don't care. What cop? £20, £30, I don't give a damn. Money don't compare to anything, to be quite honest with me. Shut him up, drop him over, I paid 30 quid. And that's the most, I didn't expect that, to be quite honest. I really genuinely didn't. And I had they call it the council here, people, and yeah, they give it the go ahead, and it's all fine, all good. So then, we're going to move on step by step with paperwork and all that stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to show any of that on YouTube. But what I will do when we've all that completed, and we're getting the removal day and the removal van coming, I'm going to show you this property when it's empty. It's going to be like, a shell. I will give you a whole panoramic view of this whole property when it's totally empty. Um, we'll be saying goodbye to this place and we'll be moving on. I want to document it basically, so I have it. So I'll always remember my situation I found myself in for 4 years. And I can tell you, I don't know if they had put me in a prison for 4 years and then set me free, maybe I would probably been happier in prison because I wouldn't have been isolated, guys. You gotta remember that word isolation is the worst thing in the world. Isolation is absolutely horrendous. That would play on anybody's mental health. No matter how strong you may come from or where you think you came from, you do isolation for 4 years. See how that will play on your mind. And you're missing two very important people. Obviously missing your family in Ireland, but of course you don't want to go over to Ireland and bring your problems with you and then try and have a holiday because it's not going to be a holiday because you don't mentally you're not sound, you're not okay deep down. Now I know when I do this move, well hell I can go over to Ireland then. Of course if my family have me after the crap I said on YouTube, I don't know. After, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we can work things out hopefully, and I hope if my father's listening, I hope he is. Now that I'm getting the move, I would be willing to go to Ireland after the move, and yeah, I haven't been over there in years, to be honest. I don't know if they were pretty angry with me for speaking how I was feeling. Can't wait for the move. Yeah, guys, I know, right? When I get a date, I'll let you know the date. When I know when the furniture's been taken out. I want to show you this property when it's empty. Kind of going to look a bit weird. We are getting the place repainted as well. So there's certain this flat is going to be repainted, and well, as long as they don't get painted, my furniture they're all right, and they don't get on the flooring because I kept the flooring really pristine clean. I don't walk on my carpet without, you know, I take off my shoes, and all that good stuff. It's just a weird thing. I have my boy taking off his shoes as well. But I mean, yeah, the flooring is really well. That'll be left. The flooring will be left down. I'm going to be leaving my blinds as well. I paid a fortune for them blinds. The one I've hanging on the front door, that was £70 just for that one small blind. £70. I've seen the size of the windows on the other apartment. They're not going to fit. They're way too big, so I'm not even going to bother taking them. I'll just call it a loss. You know what I mean? Let's leave it at that. But yeah, I mean, and we're going into summertime. How amazing! We should be settled proper in for winter, and I will literally let everyone see my Christmas tree come Christmas. I have the most expensive, beautiful tree, and this apartment is beautiful. I have pictures of it. It's just, I would say it's to the standards of what I'm giving up. See, I didn't want to settle for anything less than what I'm giving up at the same time. SW1 is the starting of the postcode. SW1 means central. I'm not going to give any more away after that. That's the only little bit I'll give. Yeah, happy days. The song's gone to bed sleeping with a happy heart. That's what's all. As long as Ali's happy, I'm happy. You're welcome, September, Malika. Hi, friend. Good to see you as well. Hope you're having a lovely day. Yeah, I wish I went in America. I know you're like 5 hours backwards from our time. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I really do, because I'm having a really good day. At peace. As I said, I feel like the world has literally come off my shoulders, to be honest. And we're going to document everything as we go along, just so we'll have it. I'm pretty sure when I document everything and I look back in like 2 or 3 years from then, I'm thinking, oh my God, what was the hell? What situation was I in? You know what I mean? And what I love about London. London does not sleep. It doesn't sleep. You can go out driving around at all hours. It's brilliant. I love the new circle jerks. Well, I shouldn't call them circle jerks. The jerks and new emojis. I think it's fantastic. I did sub up to their channel as well, so shout out to the jerks. Yeah, I have subbed up. If anyone has not subbed up the jerks, September, you're in the chat. Drop their link. Leave anyone who's not subbed up to the new jerk channel. Uh, they might know about it in case you're wondering. There is a new jerk channel. September is a mod over there as well, and I don't know if anyone's not subbed up to the New York channel, but September you can drop their link, no problem, honey. Sierra, have you subbed up to the New York channel? They've jerks are parted ways. They're doing their own thing, and we're want to get their channel up there for them and get them back with the war. I'm pretty sure it'll happen really quick, anyways, because they're a good crowd of people. So I don't know, Sarah, have you subbed up to the New York channel? That's why September's on in pink. That's their little emoji. That's their little uniform. I'm not going to do uniforms over here. But anyone who's not subbed up to the New York channel, do please drop the link. I mean, there might be someone who doesn't realize that the jerks have changed channels, but they have. What a day. Glad to be back on YouTube again. I kind of missed that too. I was deliberately staying off it till I got my mind and got sorted out. Weather is very humid over here at the moment. When you go down to London, like the degrees go up that bit higher. So it's very humid over here right now. Surprised the weather isn't broken. It didn't even break it. It's very humid and humid. Yeah, humid. Read the word. It's very humid. Don't know what way it's doing it. What's happening in Ireland? I don't know. Their temperatures are normally a little bit lower than us, but yeah, our temperatures are way up there right now as well. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a great sleep tonight, knowing all this good news. I'm gonna sleep like they say, a little baby. Wake up tomorrow and I'll be pinching myself. This all has been 4 years in the making. So I think I might come off for a bit and I might come back on again later, maybe. I don't know. I've been on for over 2 hours now. And I hope if anyone hears this video or, you know, recording or whatever you want to call that, yeah, there is good things you can do to change your situation. I just want to say this out because there was a lot of points, there was a lot of times when I thought nothing would ever change, and it would be the way it is and be internally unhappy, you know. There is things you can do, and the number one thing is point being number one. Make sure you see that your mental health is being taken care of. That's number one. That's what I think. That's what I've done. That's why you see me like a completely new person today. Don't link me with anyone else. My situation is very different than other people. It's a complete. I live in the UK. I'm not. Don't put me with someone else. I'm separate. I'm totally a different person. When I seen myself going down, I recognized it really very quick, and actually, if anything, I was very ashamed of what I said. Um, you know, it was horrible, and I should never have said those things. But in the heart, that's how it was coming across. That's how it was portraying it. And to have mental health, I mean, on top of that, I mean, you think the best thing for you at that point is just to be not around. That's not always the case. Um, so one first step I took was going seeing proper professional people, and I've been doing that. Well, I've been doing it almost every second day for the last couple of weeks, and then I think sometimes you gotta have a little bit of faith to understand that things may drop into your lap. When you're at your lowest point in your life, feel that you're trapped and there's no way out. There's always a way. Unfortunately, over here in the UK, I mean, a lot of people, you know, in America wouldn't understand the red tape it is. There's a lot of red tape. Look, you're looking at 4 years of me being and waiting, that kind of way. That's been a long, lonely 4 years. I will say that. But I made it through. I'm still there. I'm glad that I am. On top of said illnesses, I did have as well. The little things in life. I mean, I order T-shirts, and these T-shirts, my son is absolutely in love with because he has his mommy's picture in front of him, and I told him use it as a bed T-shirt. To be honest, I love you, Susan. I'm very proud of you, and congratulations on. But MC, thank you for being a really supportive friend and understanding that. Understanding quite a lot. I mean, MC understands quite a lot of stuff. She's my she would kick my butt if she thought I didn't go to an appointment. I'll put it that way, and she knows I completed all that. But as I said, I mean, there's a lot of red tape. I mean, it's just the way the government is over here. It's In Ireland, they would probably, I think Ireland would have been a little bit faster, kind of a thing, you know. Maybe they would, maybe they would not. I mean, I don't know. I've been living in the UK since the year 2011, and I met it through some rough times. I will say that. I mean, God, um, yeah, I've met it through some really lonely, I would say, very lonely, tough times. It's been hard. I won't say it's been easy in any way. Probably the hardest situation I have ever seen myself in, to be quite honest, because normally I see my way out, but this situation was very different, very complicated, very hard, very difficult, emotionally draining, mentally draining. I would say, you know, and you can only go forward. You can't. I want to keep this video because this is the starting of a new beginning, and I hope people come across this, and when they're feeling low, they'll understand that, there's always some way, there is always something you can do. If you keep plucking, 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 I don't mean plucking at a human person. I'm talking about plucking at the system. You keep pushing them buttons, and you're going to get results. If you sit back and wait, yeah, I was tired of waiting, and I kept pushing buttons. I'll put it that way, to make things happen. Saying, because I said a million times, I don't want to be here. It's been a great stream. Yeah, Susan and chat. Thank you. I just wanted to be there. I mean, you don't know who comes across these videos, and people can't understand. It's not always black and white. It really ain't. And especially in different countries, there's different red tapes and different situations, and there's so many different things what goes on. There really is. And now that when I get my move and when I get settled, then I feel that I can go and visit my family in Ireland, because then I feel that my work is done. I feel that my job is done. So the reason I won't go and visit Ireland is only because I'm carrying all this grief with me. I didn't want that. I want to go there feeling free. Do you understand what I'm saying? If that makes any understanding to anyone. I want to go over there feeling free. I don't want to go over there burdened and tormented in my mind. I don't want to feel that way. I don't feel that enough here. I don't need to feel it over there. Especially when you're trying to visit family, right? So yeah. Hope my dad listens into this video and understands that, the person who was barking whenever it was, well, that wasn't the real me. And I think he does. I genuinely think he knows it wasn't the real me, you know. And people can cast it off and say, well, this person is drunk and this person is alcoholic. No, no, not always. No, not always at all. So I just ask people not to put me with any other people. I'm on my own. I do my own thing. I'm out to better myself. I have taken help. I got a blessing in disguise today. I'm very happy. My son is very happy right now. I can tell you I had such a great in-depth conversation. My son is very clever. Even though he's only 10, he's very clever. And when I was telling him these things, my God, you want to see that little boy? I'm watching him on cam. I'm watching him on camera, right? And he's lighting up, and certain words he said to me just about the T-shirts I ordered, about the picture. I showed him the picture. I sent him on the screenshot, and this what brought me my day better again. Even it was like, wow, got that news in the morning. Now I'm talking to my son, and now my son is saying this to me today. I'll tell you what he said to me. He said, "Mommy, when I'm missing you, I'll put on the T-shirt, and you're in the heart, and you're near my heart, and so I can hug into you when I'm sleeping." That's for my 10-year-old, little innocent little boy, right? And look, there you go. And now he's like making plans to stay with me from Wednesday to Sunday. And I don't think that's gonna happen. But school. Well, maybe summer. I don't know. But school days, no. Anyways, that's just an eye opener. I just want to let you know what Ali said, and that was just because I decided to get something made, and it happened to be that the picture was put in there, and that's how we responded to that picture, you know. And funnily enough, Purple had put it in the love heart and everything, and yeah, he's seen it. He said, "Send me it on." I said, "Okay," so I did. So I resent on that picture what was sent to me, and that's the response I got off him. And I thought that was the best bit of money I've ever spent in my life. That's worth $1 million. You hear your child say these kind of words, you know what I mean? To me, that's what I need to hear. Because I know that's who he is. And I know that's who I am to him. And then he tried to convince me of coming on my channel, and I told him that was a no go. He just did the spoiler straight after that one. I said, "No, it doesn't 18s." He said, "Can you not make it a child?" I said, "No, it's not a child, no." But again, that's my son, like, I find it funny because he was like saying how much he loved it and how I was close to his heart. Next minute he goes, "But can I come on your YouTube channel?" And I said, "No, you cannot. That's not gonna happen. No, 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 we're not gonna be doing that." So I told him straight out no. And I said to his father, make sure he's blocked and he cannot go on my channel because he will look for it. I'm good. I'm gonna get off here in a minute. Get off here in a minute. It's really warm over here, to be honest. But that's the mind of my son. I don't know. It's just I do laugh at him now because he's mindless. He's very like me. I said, no, you can't go on a YouTube channel of 18 years of age. And he said, why not? I said, because YouTube doesn't allow it. And I said, no, it's not allowed. Can you make your channel a kid's channel? I said, no. Uh-uh. But anyway, look, I'm gonna jump off it, guys. I might come back on later, or then again, I might not. I can't promise it. But look, I had a what fantastic day with y'all, and I appreciate everyone coming in, showing love and support. And I'm in a much better place than I've ever been in my life right now, to be honest. And I'm not going to sleep now because it is pretty early here in the UK. It's not even dark. It's not quite dark yet. But yeah, I'm going to jump off and I'll come back on later on. Maybe if I get time, let's see what goes on. If not, I may come on tomorrow. Maybe do a couple, maybe 2 hours again or something like that. But it was absolutely fantastic talking to every single one of you. I mean, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Please hit the thumbs up, get us up there in the algorithms because I haven't been on in a bit actually. Love you all. We had amazing live. We talked about all things left and right. We love you too, September. And MZ, you're a rock. You're my rock girl. Um, God bless. Take care, honey, everybody. And I may talk to you later on, or if not, I will be tomorrow. Take care and God bless.